Hello? Hello. Happy Thursday. I'm very late, but it's okay. It's grand. I'm here now. How's it going? Hope you're all keeping terribly well. Many things have been accomplished and broken, you know. But it's grand, right? We're only an hour and 23 minutes late. I mean, it's Thursday. I mean, who even keeps track of time? Do you know? Hope you're keeping well. Today we're going to be checking out, we're going to be checking out some virtual airline stuff with OnAir, doing a bit of flying, and general kind of, you know, winging it. Very busy. I was very busy last night. I was up till stupid o'clock this morning, doing things with stuff. And the good news is, the stuff now works with things. Very happy with myself. I was doing that friggin'... Now, hang on. Two things have happened this morning. One, my alerts didn't work, and two, this should be working. Jesus. We're getting alerts, which is a good deal. Right. Hold fire for a moment. Why isn't this connected? Gibbo, hang on, will you? I'll fix this. You don't need to worry. I'm going to close this shagging thing, right? And then, do you see you, do you? Do you know what's after happening, right? Jesus, I closed that, right? Do you know what's after happening? Windows updates, lads. That's what's after shagging happening. Right, we'll try this again. It'll work, I'm telling you, it'll work. I spent hours fixing stuff. But yes, do you know, the migration of I'm very proud of myself and ChatGPT. I mean, without it, I'd have been in a terrible mess. Now, hang on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Hang on. You get up there, the words. I got new screen cleaner as well, look. Brilliant. Me screens have never been as clean. It's called Duronic screen cleaner. It's made in, well, wherever it's made. Don't drink it now. It doesn't taste nice. But all my screens are lovely and clean. That still hasn't connected yet. Wait. Oh, wait. Right now. Did that connect? Yeah. You stay there. Jeez, I'm going to hit myself. You stay there. And why isn't this working? Connecting. Do you ever have issues that you just can't explain? No? Now, buttons have worked over here. Why isn't this connected? I blame Windows. There's been huge updates. I was ready to rock about an hour ago, and then everything turned off because there was updates. And I've updated my gaming PC and my streaming PC, and now my streaming PC wants another update. I mean, where'd you go with that? Who's in charge of these things? Deploy the update. I updated my AirAC data, right? That's something done, right? Yeah, there's an awful lot of stuff going on in the background. Why won't this connect? You know, there's well, be Janie, then we've issues. Hang on now. Can I force it? Yeah, we'll force it in there now, look. Yes. Ooh. It says connecting, but it's not connecting. Jesus, lads. Did you ever? No.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
At least that works. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, very sound and kind. OBS Mini is not connected. Why aren't you connected? I know exactly what to do. Oh, my. Hang on. If I press and hold the power button. Hang on now. It's a man pressing a button. That's a mini PC back there, you know. Right, we'll try it again. Oh no, now I'm at the properly shot. Jesus! Oh, look at the dust! Hang on, we can't have that! Jesus! Right, it's okay. I've just... Right, that's in. Now, can this turn on? Yes, right. Now, let's just give that a moment. That'll do its own thing now in a moment. And then all will be well in the realm, because this should then connect to it. You see? Right. Anyway, so what did I've been very busy. So what I've done, all the bots work. This is great. I moved everything over to a VPS. And that's what kept me up till stupid o'clock last night, because I'd issues, lads, would you believe it, with the server, right? Now, get in there good and tired. I had issues trying to migrate stuff from a VPS, which was hosted online somewhere, and it was brought back over to... It's now here. It now lives on my NAS, which is in the corner there. It's a Ugreen 4800 Pro. Ooh, very fancy. And has 32 gigs of RAM. And when it was... Just to put things into perspective, when we're doing our trucking streams... And even the bots running, all the bots, they all follow the likes of Firefly Air. You know, you see the report coming up in Discord when you take off and land and whatnot. But also, we have a step bot and there's trucking bots. And with the VPS that I was using, if we were doing like a multiplayer session, the resources of that machine were like, they were always maxed out, like 95 to 100% for RAM and CPU. And I think that's the reason why we're getting a lot of disconnects. And I could upgrade it, right? But it's costly. It was costing me €40 a month, which you might say, well, that's not bad, but like, that's €480 every year. Do you know what I mean? So I said, right, hang on, I'm not getting bang for buck here. So then the idea came from the NAS, because Gibble put me onto a NAS a couple of years ago, and he says, try this and it'll solve all your problems. And it did, because now I'd media and storage and all this kind of stuff that could be accessed via a network. NAS, that's what it stands for, network attached storage. And the idea being is I could keep a lot of my flight sim files, because like, if no different than yourselves, if you have like a barrel load of scenery, aircraft, freaking liveries, all that kind of stuff, yeah, you can download it again, but then you lose track of what you have. So I used to always index everything on my NAS, and then if I needed it, well, sure, I just horse it across onto one of the machines. The problem is, well, it was dated and it was slow-ish. It was like a gig connection. That was the fastest thing it could do. So with the new gear, it's 10 gigs. So when I was testing the servers last night, well, I say last night, about 7 hours ago, when I was testing the servers with everything running, the bots fully running, it was at about 2% CPU and about 4% on the RAM, compared to like 100%. So like 100%, the job is a good one. I just need to, continue it. Hopefully this shagging thing works. OBS didn't shut down properly. Yeah, I know. Sure, I shagged the thing, didn't I? Right now. Hopefully this works and it connects. If it doesn't, it's probably down to a Windows update. And that's the other thing. Windows updates can absolutely wreck your head. So if you do have good configurations of your PC, a NAS is particularly handy because you can just, hey, PC, just keep creating images and horse them over there. So you kind of have like a timeline or a time machine. Apple call it time machine. So if you ever did encounter an issue, well, just reload that image and all your problems are gone. Very handy. And of course, I had the the security disaster of the big year of 26. So I don't want. I'm at me toe. Jesus. So I don't want that happening again. You see. Now some files are missing. Balls. Oh wait, now hang on. Now this isn't working at all. Why is this now? This is not good, lads. We're in a state of BJanie then. It's like it won't connect to the other NAS. This is very strange. I haven't understood a word since good morning. It's grand. It's totally fine. Why isn't that working now? I can't connect to my NAS. I wonder, is that because everything's connected? I'm at the breaking something. Clearly, I've broken something. It's all shagged. We need to go home. Just don't go out today. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. I hope you're well. It's 10 degrees here in Tipperary. It's raining sideways. But that's what it was. It's technical stuff I haven't a clue about, but you can kind of wing it. You can kind of wing it. But yes, the stream will start at about 2 o'clock. Yeah. No, all is grand. It's great. If once everything's working, it'll be grand. This isn't working though, which isn't grand. I wonder now, is that because I did one of these? Let's take that connection out for a minute. And then we'll restart this machine. We'll figure it all out. The last thing I did before a couple of hours kip, I ran network cable from the old NAS to the new NAS, because the new NAS will back up to the... It's very complicated. Look at this. I wouldn't mind, but I fixed everything. But anyway, don't worry about it. All is grand. By the time all this is sorted, we won't even remember it. But anyway, we had a good stream last night with the news. Great chat with Evan, and also checking out some stuff. And what are we doing now today? Today's mission, of course, is, well, we want to check out OnAir, and the beta for the new companion is going to be made available next week, which is deadly. So we're going to have a look at it today and set up a virtual airline. We're with the Grand Caravan, which is fairly quickly becoming my go-to aircraft. Loving this thing. And then we'll have to preview our VATSIM flight tonight. All going well, because today is just a mad day, but I hate missing streams. I don't like cancelling streams, so we're here. I'm just in a total hoop, but it's grand. So we're going to be flying out of San Francisco. I was only there a couple of weeks ago. It was deadly. When we were in San Francisco at the airport waiting, there's like a viewing area out the side. And there was a Doe fan from the US Coast Guard flying around the place. It looked deadly. So we were there for a while. Just to test to see if you're reading it. I can read, yeah, no, I can see all the stuff. So it's San Francisco up to Paine Field, which is way up north, right up to Seattle neck of the woods. So that's our flight for tonight. If I don't get back in time, because the young fella has a bit of a graduation from transition year. It's like, well done, you spent the last year Dawson. Here's a certificate. Yeah, right. But I have to be there for that. So, we'll see what the crack is. But how are you? That's the main thing. Don't worry about me. I mean, if you look closely, you can probably see I'm screaming, crying and roaring. But don't worry about that. Jesus. Don't worry about that at all. Buttons have been pressed. Hang on. Now, will this work? Do. We're trying science, and I'm hoping we'll have science. Yes, that connected. Brilliant. Now, hang on. We'll fire up this old gadget now and see what happens. Now, there was mad support. Did you see it? Home wrecker. He don't tell him. Maybe he didn't realise he pressed that button. What does this button do? Don't look at your bank account. It's fine. It made lights and sounds. That's right. Brilliant. Jesus. Home wrecker 10 gifted tier 1 subs starting us off. Connecting. Right now. There's live. Have I to shut this shagging thing down again? That's working, but this isn't. Yes. Right. Yes. Open. Now. Wait for a minute. Don't even feckin' touch it. OBS Mini. Auto connect. OBS Mini. Auto connect. Right now. Why won't this work? I'll close this. Yes. We're shutting down all of that now again, and we'll try it one last time. And if it doesn't work, we're just going to give out to someone. But anyway, good morning. Gar Gaming is here from County Galway. Hope you're well, Gar. Stu Snape is in the house. Are you not? Listen, I wasn't late, Stu. It's totally fine. But I hope you're well. Hope you're having a great day. Eamon is here. I was just about to ask what's happening with the 1 a.m. stream on Discord. Just said, Damon, it's fine. Toto is here. Good day to you, sir. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. Malky is in the house. Good afternoon. Gibbo. Jesus. There's panic. It's good to see you, buddy. Idle Cutoff is in the house. Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. Crafty Tigers is here. Good to see him. Mr. TPHI. What he's up before? Oh, look, me watch is shagged. He's up before his breakfast. It is Oh, hang on. What time is it with Mr. TPHI? It's about 7, I'd say, is it? Angry B is here. Good day to you. Welcome aboard. Mrs. TPHI is upside down. Also, beside Mr. TPHI, good morning to you. Martel, welcome in. Steiny is here. Asher, look, good morning. Hope you're well, Steiny. Mac Vision is here. Good to see it. Maybe Murphy has been fiddling with buttons this morning. I was doing it last night. Fiddling with buttons. And, as I say, hopefully things are great. Listen, I could have a very simple setup, but I like all this stuff. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. Look, I can make this do that. Yeah, right. So it's like a passion project. Now, hang on. Partially connected. Keep going. We've 7 out of 10 connected. But Jesus, that's worse than the last time. The stuff. 8 connected. Come on. And we're just waiting on one OBS Studio to connect. Come on, you words. Why won't that connect? Connect. OBS is not connected. This is like home network. Murphy kind of shagged it setup. You know what I mean? Bloody hell. Update all actions. How do we edit? Oh, wait, here we go. Do you know what's after happening? I have a feeling now what's after happening. Right, hang on. Stand by, friends. Stand by. Because I have a feeling I know what happened. If I log into me router. Right? Because I reckon the LIP has said, no, you can't. That's what the IP has done, right? So wait to see this now. So if I find, what's it called? Mini. This, if only you could see what I'm looking at. It's absolutely mad stuff. Mini, there you go. What's your IP, you little devil, you? 0.45. Yeah, it's the same one. It is the same one. Port. Don't know what port. 4455. Why the devil not? Password. Yes. Now that's very strange, isn't it? Very, very strange that that's not working. Maybe it was a case that my IP addresses went for a hop. No, not the case. Very strange. Let's see. Platforms, OBS Studio just doesn't want to work. You big idiot. Yeah, I'm many things of a big idiot. Default gateway. No, it's all the usual. Connect and connect. Very strange, lads. Hang on. Why does this fella have so many connections? Who are you connected to? It's on the right network. Yes. She's on. Hang on, we'll do a button here. Command. What's it called? DNS flush, isn't it? DNS flush. IP flush. IP config. It's not recognized. Oh, that's I typed IP config right now. Need to disconnect it. Yes. IP4. 45. Yes. You are on the right divil. Do. That's connected. I wonder, can I disconnect? Yes. It's all very wonderful and strange. It's like watching Batman in his cave. It goes on like this all the time, lads. It's great fun. Great fun, so it is. But anyway, we continue on. Filthy is here, good morning. Shuller Pilot, welcome in. And Home Wreckers here as well. Aiming 210 streams in a row. You're regretting today's one. Dougal is here. Yeah, so I'm on this beta thing with Twitch. So if you're looking at Twitch on your phone, right? If you're using your phone, you can see the vertical stream, and then you can press a button and it puts it back to the normal way, or you can just turn your phone. It's all new fancy stuff, you see. So yes, 8 out of 10 connecting. Come on, William, just do the thing. Connect. Yes. That's very strange. My head is wrecked now. So much stuff connected to his rig. I'm not surprised. A simple update in the background. Yeah, but sure, you know, it's what we do. OBS is not connected. Why not? It's there. Look, it's right in front of us. Does this need to do something? WebSocket. Connect. Very, very strange. I'll have to fix that. Some other, I don't know why it's broken. I do know there's Windows updates, so that could have shagged it, you know. But anyway, we'll worry about that later. Dougal, I hope you're well, buddy. Now, let me see. We're over here, look. First part of the intro. It's terrible, isn't it? Roy is here. Good morning. Eddie, thank you very much indeed for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Yeah, you're laughing. Something happened or you've got some good news. I'm usually a happy kind of an idiot anyway. I'm always happy. It's me, you know. I'm not like very happy because this is broken, but in general I'm happy, you know. We're going to kill this one more time. Right? And then we'll start it again. And if it still doesn't work after that, lads, well then there's very little I can do. See, I'm worried about running friggin' Tailscale. Needs authentication. Ah, lads, did you see? It didn't like something. Log in. Mother of Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. Do you want to allow this? Yeah, go on. Right. That's connected. Oh, Jesus, that could be a good thing. Well, there I am on the screen. Right, hang on. This is brilliant. This could actually work. And now we'll try this. If it turns out it was tail scale, I'm going to shout very loud. But you won't hear it. I'll mute myself. Right, now, anyway, he'd one job indeed. Screen cleaner and wood polish. What's next? Tell you now, that screen cleaner is actually quite good. Oh, we got these as well. Does anyone know what one of this is? I'll show you, look. I'll show you now, look. Hang on. Come out, you devil, you. Does anyone know what one of those are? Ooh, he said, in a proud and happy voice. Ever seen one of them? I got these delivered to me yesterday because I need them. Do you know? This is like Homer in the nuclear station. Yep. It still won't connect to OBS. The curse of the seven-folded... I can hear the dryer making noise as well. Can you get the? You can get them for USBs as well. Oh, can you? So what it is? It's one of these ground. It's one of these ground loop filter thingies that stops kind of static noise and all this. So yeah, it was. And like, you think the layout in here is confusing when it comes to what PC does what? You want to see my wiring. So I had to do loads of wiring as well. And I did all this early this morning. 3 o'clock this morning, I was under this table here. There's a table here. I was under this wait, hang on now. Will this work? No. Yeah. So I was on... Don't look at me head. I was under this table here in front of me, look. Because it was over there. I was in behind all of these screens. So that's just, you know, that's the level of work I had to do. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, who do you get to clean your screens? Me. I love the smell of Durans in the morning. Chalks, good morning. Hope you're well, buddy. Blinky is here, good afternoon. Horizon is in the house. Welcome aboard. Big Al, I had technical issues all the time, but none of them are technical. Issues with life. Yeah, it's one of those days. Especially for glowy nuts, says Steiny. Yes, I agree. That still hasn't connected. I'm very upset about this setup. I'll try it again. It's all right, lads. I'll do all this worrying so you don't have to. If I were to disconnect and then reconnect, right? And then we'll try OBS one last time. And we'll see what happens. Speed Notice here. Thank you very much indeed for 61 months. Cheers, buddy. You're very kind. A feather duster. Do you have lipstick? Shag off, will you? Brilliant. Now, let me see. Memphis Don is here. Good to see you. Sounds like you're all set with gear. Now you just need to sort out the user. 100%. 100%. It's of all the gear, but I haven't a clue how it all works. It's very annoying. But yes, idle cut off. I'm the same. Sumner, good morning. Hope you're well. It's just the reason why I delayed these kind of updates via the Chris Titus tech tool to prevent this stuff. All the time. Airlock Doc is here. Are you watching Father Ted on the weekend? The Eurovision. Is that on this weekend? Good to see you, Airlock. Right. Now, take a breath, Murph. It will. It's totally fine. MDA is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Love the caravan. Can't beat it. Yeah, caravan's awesome. Crotty is here. Good to see you. I put some breaking news in the chat last night and you missed it 3 times. It was about Sim Update 5.1 Beta. Balls, did I miss it? Oh, Jesus. Home Wrecker, thank you very much indeed for the 10 gifted Tier 1 subs. Lads, if you got a Tier 1 sub, but thanks to Home Wrecker, do be sure to say thank you. The man is a legend. Cyrus T is here. Good to see you, buddy. Top of the morning, afternoon. afternoon. DK Funfly is here. Who's this now? Fu Kinmoo is here in the house. Good to see you. The names, lads, I'll get in trouble. Mr. Minimite, first live stream I've caught in a while. Everything's under control. Yes. Flying planes. I mean, come on, right? That's me. Just sit here and talk and watch me make a complete tool of myself. Bruce Hart is here. Good day to you. 777's in the house. The 60% alert didn't seem to work. Well, 60% of the time, it works all the time. But, you know, I don't know why that's not working, but sure. Listen, you know, we'll figure it out one problem at a time, right? Soaring AJ, welcome aboard. Good to see you, bud. Now let me see. I'm only over here. Look, is it a what? A do for Medingle? Oh, that's a great name actually. You can get it for USB as well. Isolation loop. Yeah. Giving us stuff. Look at that. So does Zith. Jesus. Has anyone recorded or reordered Forza? Pre-ordered. Refund didn't work either. Ah, Jesus. The button's not working. Do you know what's wrong, lads? The Windows update, and yeah. Dan says, Merv, got a Windows update last night and I've downloaded the new NVIDIA driver, but I haven't installed them. Some people were telling me the NVIDIA drivers are very good. In particular, this release that they did, right? But there's something not well in the realm, because even when I went live there today, alerts didn't trigger, and they showed trigger. So I imagine this is the culprit, but also this. So yeah, I've just a feeling we need to do. There's just updates needed. Whatever the devil is going on, couldn't tell you. But sure, listen, I can't do much more about it now. This machine is looking for updates. What's Tailscale over here saying? Yeah, it's weird. Like, I wonder. Hang on, we'll do one more thing. I'll check Synology, because I was acting the Muppet on that as well. Diddly-dee. Sign in. What is your password? This is me shagging password 1234. Right. Now we'll see what happens here. So she's alive. Is it package center? Yes. Installed? Yes. Tailscale. Fix various crashes and improve memory usage. Fixed freeze during library object loading. And the 5.1 beta, the cache cleaning option is recommended after a new driver in the current driver app. Ooh. Forza Rise is out on the 19th. Nice. It's a bad omen to leave it there, says Home Wrecker. Do you reckon? Now, this is connected. Right. What's all this jazz, though? Exit node. View device details. Well, that's fine. Okay. Maybe it was a case that just wasn't working. No? It says it's running. Open. Viewing. You can sign in to see more. Well, let's sign in. Continue with Google. Yes. And now, lads, she's all coming together now. We could be laughing. I can see Murphy using this is my password. You'd be mad. Authorization successful. Exit node. Don't need an exit node. And I don't need to advertise a new router. Okay. Right, well, that's working. We'll see what else happens today. But yeah, Forza Horizon 6, I'm kind of looking forward to that, lads. It's going to be on Game Pass as well, I think. So, yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. Definitely interesting for sure. The cache cleaning option and recompiling, that's another thing you need to do. We'll talk about that now, actually. Any life on this shagging thing? Connected, disconnected, connect. And we are connected to Tailscale, yes. This device. I wonder, should I be using... Jesus! Did you just see what happened? That scared the life out of me. Just Roy, you absolute mad ticket. Did you see what he did? I'll launch this in admin mode. And let's see what this does. Roy, you're very kind. Thank you very much indeed for 10 gifted subs. Lads, I don't deserve this generosity from you. I'm a complete muppet and idiot. You know, I spend many moments breaking things and then wondering, why did I break it? Wait now. 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Come on. Jump. We need 9 out of 10. OBS Studio's not connected yet. Come on, we've 8 out of 10. Come on, Jemima. Get on in there now, Joanne, you divil you. If this works, hasn't worked yet. Balls to it. But yes, Roy, you're very kind, lads. We've got a tier 1 sub, but thanks to just Roy. Do be sure to say thank you. All this because of all of this, you know. Oh, Jesus. Now get over there for a minute. We're going to try this one last time. Right? If I can do one of these, do one of those, do one of them, do one of these. Checking network requirements. Connected. Brilliant. And we're going to launch this doohickey as administrator. Just to see, you know. That's very handy, by the way. It lives in an arm. There's a mini PC in behind it, look. Do you ever see that? It's very handy, isn't it? Very handy. And then, oh Jesus, then this could fall and break. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Where was this now? Speed note. I thought the password was properly split the G. Yeah. Did you renew the DNS? No. I shouldn't have to. I don't think so. This is why we like your streams. There's no hidden agendas. It's just fun. Ha, great. You too can witness Murphy age. You know, failed to authenticate. Well, that's okay. But apart from authenticating, I need you to actually connect to the thing. Come in. This always works. It never doesn't work. And now today, it doesn't work. Why is that, lads? Why is that? Why aren't things not working? How do I find platforms? No. Actions? No. Partially connected. Right, here we go. Let's try it again. Connect. And connect. It's not actually connected to this either. That's the problem. So whatever about the mini PC, OBS over here is the problem. I wonder, is it because it's OBS over here? Oh, never thought of that. Maybe it needs to relay in through this to work on that. I reckon that's what it is, lads. 100%. Auto reconnect. I reckon that's what it is. Because this PC, I've updated it, and now she's screaming saying, I need an update. And if I click on this, it says, checking for updates, your PC needs a restart to, you know. We can't have that. But yeah, the alerts aren't working. It's that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. It's a Windows update thing. Restart required. Security update and security intelligence update. Your device will yeah, that's very annoying, isn't it? I can't fix that now, unless of course there's something with OBS. But listen, we'll truck on. We'll truck on and see what happens. So we'll come on over here, look. I'll press this button. Did that work? Oh, it did. And then we'll come over here, look. Ah, brilliant. Now. So the calamity will continue on this screen. There we go. And do you know what I've noticed? I thought it was yesterday as well. There's something not right in the realm of things working. Because when I load into the sim, it's absolutely peaking my CPU, and you get all this kind of weird stuttering and all this kind of jazz. And performance-wise, you know, it is running all right. You know, I've no major complaints. If I were to check me out FPS counter, like I've it's 250. Now I know I'm using frame gen, but still, right? So we're getting lovely FPS and things, right? And OBS there is behaving. So like, there's something something that has happened after the Sim Update 5 release came out. There's something else going on. It could be Windows, right? Where's all this? Like, there's nothing new here showing up. And like, I did the usual kind of, you know, you update one, you update them all, you know. Security intelligence update is for Defender. It doesn't want to reboot. No, there's something else with the shagging thing as well. There's a couple of things that it's looking for. So, yeah, what can we do? Captain Norris is here. Good to see you. I've got a hand like that as well. It's connected to me arm. Yeah. Murph, you might be a muppet, but you're one hell of an entertainer. Not sure a good pilot you are, though. Thanks, Willow. Yeah. When has ever OBS caused a problem? Never at all, Evasus, you know. Do you mean the sim or me? A bit of both. I don't know. I think there's something kind of mad going on. We'll go into dev mode here and have a look, will we? Advanced options. Yes, get in there now, Jemima, and we'll have a look. And we'll just see what dev mode is telling us about. With the old debugger there. So, limited by main thread, but that's fine. And all me timings here to get things working. As I said, like, there's over 200 frames coming in. And you'll also notice, by the way, lads, this is all new. Because before, it used to lock what your FPS was going to be. Do you remember that? It did a weird thing. It wouldn't actually show you what was happening. It now includes what the frame gen is doing. So that's new for the world of the sim. Which is kind of cool to see. And the fact that these numbers are relatively low, like main thread, you're out, like, you can't push the machine any higher than it is. And especially with these specs, these are very high specs. Do you know, like, it's a 5090 and a 9900 X3D chip. And 96 gigs of very fast RAM. Actually, check your RAM. I wonder. But you just wouldn't know. Sometimes Windows updates can knock your RAM speed off. It can happen. We'll go into memory. No, we're at 6,000 mega transfers a second. So, like, you can see with the PC, like, it's loving life running the sim. Loving it. So it's kind of weird. I am having an issue updating Navigraph running the hub. So Vinyl Rabbit, what's happening is the PMDG, iFly and CRJ, what happens is the aircraft has lost its, it used to be called, what was it called on X-Plane? SASL. It's lost its authentication. What needs to happen, you need to load the aircraft first, the sim will activate its packages, and then go back and update it through Navigraph, right? If you're having issues with Sim Update 5, for all you know, it's an add-on causing it. 100%. Oz Flight Simmer's here. Shane, good morning. Good evening. He says, Murph, my PC, or my Sim PC is pretty much the same as you, and I agree. Since Sim Update 5, something's not right. It's not you or me. Yeah. So we're running the same. There's something up, and I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it. Nothing in terms of diagnostics or otherwise are actually pointing me to, yeah, look, here's the issue here. There's an SDK update available. I need to grab that. Yeah, download that, please. Because they sometimes go into the SDK, right? And I'm going to say this to you, lads. Make sure you're around this coming Sunday, because we have a stream coming up on Sunday that's going to be absolutely brilliant and very interesting. And you need to watch it, because I'm going to show you things about stuff. That's coming this Sunday, right? Don't miss the stream on Sunday. That's the only clue I'm giving you, right? JM Knight, good to see you, bud. Mag is here. Welcome aboard. Mr. Minimize says, my sim is running a bit janky after Sim Update 5. Eventually figured out I'd move my rolling cache to the C drive. Shifted it back. Yeah, no, I've checked all that as well. Tamal, good to see you. Hope you're well. And there's our core installer for the SDK. Right, that's all grand. She's all grand. She's all grand. All grand. There's me listening to me. Now, right, we're laughing. All that's where it's supposed to be. The newest NVIDIA driver could solve your problem with the sim, says Mr. TPHI. Yeah, so I need to... So here's one for you, right? We'll do a quick look here at the L control panel. I'm on quite an old... Why didn't Devmo close? I'm on quite an old... whatchamacallit? Driver. I'm on a studio driver. And the reason being is, lads, on my system with the 5090, it much prefers the older studio driver, right? So if you're using a game-ready driver, try a studio driver. Right? Or there's a friggin' update here as well. I find the game-ready drivers, for some, they're absolutely brilliant. For me, with a 5090, not as brilliant. It's weird. It's just, there's not that many drivers ready for the 5090s, right? So, update DLSS, select dynamic mode to intelligently adjust the number of generated frames during gameplay to target this 4.5 business. 5 and 6 modes increase. So, hang on. Is this telling me now with the new NVIDIA app we can push and get 5 or 6 times to be Janie then? I don't know. Flying Winnebago was banned from the channel. What happened there? What did you do, you poor devil? View deleted message. Why did that happen? What the hell? Hang on, Flying Winnebago. We'll get that sorted. How do we solve this now? Mod controls on YouTube are very strange. How do we... Bloody hell. Flying Winnebago. Put user in timeout. Remove report pin. Go to... No. Channel activity. Why was he given a timeout? Stupid thing. Can I not fix that? I'll fix that down in a moment, Flying Winnebago. No idea. Looks like the RMA returned yet another AMD GPU. You're joking. Another friggin' return, Dougal. Jesus. Game ready driver with your 5080 is very good. Ooh. Can I fix that there? Flying Winnebago has been... This is like... Why are the bots out to get us? The bots are out to get us. I can't fix that here. I'll fix it over there. Anyway, my current driver. Update available. New. My current driver is like April 28th. Right? Heisenberg, good day to you. Hope you're well, buddy. So I'm using a studio driver from April. Oh, that's not that old ago, actually. Oh, no, hang on. That's the... no, hang on. Sorry. I'm using a driver released March 10th. Right? My system simply won't work with AMD cards. That's nuts. Naughty Gnome is here. Good to see you. Dougal, that's freaking nuts, man. I can't get over that. That's very strange. Very, very strange. This is going to wreck my head. I need to figure out why poor old Flying Winnebago got botted by bots. There's nothing ever straightforward, is there? Hang on now, we'll fix this. Community. And let's see a look here now. Settings? Do. Channel. Community, here we go. Now, hidden users or banned users. Why do you get banned? We'll fix this now to get... the computers are taking over. I'm not saying it was aliens, you know, but it's aliens. They're taking over. That's weird. It's not even coming up here. Very strange. Very strange. Okay. I've no notifications of it over there, so let's hope Flying Winnebago gets back in. Put user in timeout. Remove, pin message, or go to channel. Standard mod. We'll do this for a second. Flying Winnebago, grand. Right, you should be grand now. Anyway, AI Murphy is taking a disliking to you. It's nuts. I might do something so on the Nvidia side. I'll see. But like, ultimately, my sim is running all right. And I've completely calmed down Reshade as well, because that was acting the devil altogether with me Reshade. I literally have one thing working now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. Look at this beautiful plane, look. Do you know? Sarp21, good to see you, buddy. Saturday morning, you're not home till Saturday. Ooh, using a driver from January is Shane. Studio or game ready? If it's January, I'd say come up the road a bit. And like, don't forget, lads, I don't know, are you using things like DLSS Swapper? Like, my sim is running 310.6. I don't think there's any new ones, though. Let's see. Yeah, 310.6 is the latest. So, yeah, I don't know. Seeing that we're living in a sim, why can't they get the sim to work like real life? In a box, man, good to see you, buddy. Dougal, that's nuts. Like, the AMD graphics cards, I remember years ago, Colonel Fork used to have absolute, like, disastrous issues with his. It used to wreck his head. I remember on his streams, he used to stop. And it was always the case with Microsoft Flight Sim. It just ran better on an Nvidia card. It's weird, right? And now Arc is no longer a thing. But like, it always ran better on an Nvidia card. And anyone I've spoken to, if they're on AMD, they're either very lucky, they've no issues, or you hear of lots of issues. It's one or the other. You know, Big Al says AMD is working great for me, a 7900 XTX. It's weird. I was using Studio, but found the game ready that likes the 5090. 59186. Okay. I'll go in and have a look at it. As I say, performance-wise and all the jazz, like it's she's singing here, like. So yeah, I don't know. Do not know, but sure, listen, we'll figure it out. Now, what I want to do today, we want to have a look at OnAir, right? We'll eventually get there. And the reason being is, OnAir is a career mode add-on, as we've spoken about before. And there's also the opportunity to create a virtual airline, and then you guys, if you have OnAir, you can join the virtual airline, and away we go. Even if you just want to give it a test. Now, our main virtual airline resides with FS Hub. That's where Firefly Air is. But with OnAir, we can take that so much further, because you get into like leasing costs, you get into, you know, AI pilots. You can get loads of different options when it comes to using OnAir. It's quite incredible, right? So we're going to enter the world of Crash Logistics. That's the one that we've made on these Thursday series, right? But what we want to have a look at is a virtual airline. So if we were to have a look on our tab up here, we'll click on virtual airline, and we have options: pending invitations, apply to a virtual airline, or indeed create a virtual airline. So when you click create, it'll ask you, well, what's your airline name? So we're going to call it Firefly Air, right? The airline code wants 5 characters, so you can't go 3. It must be 5. So if we say FFA, and we call, I don't know, numbers. Airline code must be 5. So if you do FFA, something. FFAVA. Or FFA. I like it. And then it's going to ask me to upload a logo. Right? And I do have a logo here somewhere. Let's have a look. Will this fit? Is the question. There we go. Initial owner equity. So this is basically saying is, well, the company is going to be set up. Do you own it all? Yes. And I can say now, right, create the virtual airline. Boof. So it's going to create it. Would you like to open the VA management mode now? Yes. And what this does with OnAir, it kind of transforms you now into the virtual airline side of the house. And again, this is all going to be getting updated with the new companion app. But the important thing is you can kind of see how this all works. And anyone can create their own virtual airline. Anyone. Right, you can have your own. You can have people flying for you. You start flying for someone else. You can do all of these things, and then you can go off and build up all your. You can build up all your different company routes, your cargo missions, whatever you want. Right, whatever you want. So it's building the company dashboard. This is now the virtual airline console. Right. So, do you plan switching to Stratus or Thunder? At some stage, Tamal, yeah. But for now, I just wanted to... We'll start it off at the most easiest, less consequence area, and we can build it up from there, right? So it means anyone who has OnAir, you can jump in, and you can apply to the airline, and then you can start doing flights and all the jazz, right? Cowrath, good to see you, bud. Hope you're well. So, yeah. So what we have here, we have our charter jobs route, or we can do freelance jobs for our virtual airline, right? And this is where it starts getting interesting, because just like that, we have our aircraft market, so we can go in, search for the aircraft I have loaded into my sim. If you do this, it's going to search the online market to say, right, these are all the various Cessna Grand Caravans that are available, right? So we can see... the global aircraft database is now going to find all of these aircraft, and what makes this cool is it says, well, this is where the aircraft is, this is its condition, right? So you can see the color coding for its condition, because that'll impact you. You might think you're buying an aircraft that's good and cheap, but if the aircraft condition isn't great, it will degrade over time, and then you'll start getting penalties, and the aircraft just won't work. So you have to spend more money getting the thing fixed. So you can see hours before the next inspection, the airport it's currently located at, how far it is from your present location, and then how much is it to sell the aircraft, and then you have a renting price as well. Now, when you look at this screen, you're thinking, okay, that's handy, but you can also reverse this. If you have a big enough fleet, you can turn around and say, well, I'm going to lease my aircraft now, and that's what happens in the real world, right? You know, summertime airliners, they're all absolutely flat out. Come to wintertime, it calms down, right? But we don't need all these routes. We can't fly in these areas. There's no demand. What do we do with our aircraft? Do we mothball them, or do we lease them? And a lot of companies lease them. They lease their aircraft, or they lease the aircraft during the summer months because it's so busy. Know what I mean? So, that's what we can do here. You have loads of information also about the type of aircraft you're going to buy, and it's important. You can see the annual checkup price, weekly ownership, how much does it cost for your 100-hour inspection, the airframe 1% repair cost, engine 1% repair cost, and all of these change depending on the make, the model, and the age of the aircraft. It all changes and fluctuates, right? It's very good. I got into the office to reply. The bots got me on YouTube. Yeah, flying went about. I've no idea what happened. It should be fixed now, I hope. And this is how you can do it. And you don't just need to search for the plane you're in. You can literally search for any owl aircraft at all, right? And if you don't want to, if you don't want to buy an airplane because they're expensive, well, you can just rent one. You can say, right, I'm going to rent it for one flight, or I'm going to rent it for a week or a month or a year. Whatever. You have all these options. But again, this is where like the career mind kicks in. And because we're now dealing with a virtual airline, it's an airline where you're going to have other people involved. In this world with OnAir, you have 3 worlds. In this world, we can hire AI pilots, AI staff. We can hire AI folks to do all the work for us, which is deadly. Absolutely deadly. Right? So, yeah, here we go. Turbo Commanders, a friggin' A10, right? But you can, pretty much any aircraft, you have the option to go off and try and buy it. More importantly, you can just say, well, look, the aircraft I'm currently in right now, go off and find one, and then you can buy it. So that's the aircraft market, right? But we also have other options here. So we can, industry is a completely other addition to what we can do with OnAir. Industry is, it's like an industry tycoon. You'll find raw resources. You can do supply chain management. You got to bring raw resources to kind of, into factories. Factories then push it on into manufacturing plants. Manufacturing plants need to get it pushed on to distribution hubs, and then distribution hubs push it on then into the market. You can be part of some or all of that supply chain. Not just from the aviation perspective, but you're actually managing. You say, okay, we need to make sure that we need more of this, less of them. This is costing too much. Johnny is selling these far too expensive. Billy's going to give us a better rate. The whole thing is alive and it moves. There's an awful lot to it, but it is brilliant. It is brilliant. Shane says, Murph, what would you say is the on-air learning curve before you start enjoying it? It seems pretty in-depth. The good news about all of this, there's a lot of depth to it. However, the good news to all of this is what OnAir is working on, because they have this brand new companion app, and this is you have access to this on Monday. This is right, and I just want to show you the differences. Nothing changes in the back end, but if we were to go in here, this is how fast and how different everything looks, right? So if we were to go in and say, right, well, here's my dashboard, right? We can go down here and have a look at the world. We can look at finance, and then we've training, and we've a lot more. We can go into our settings here, and all our stuff lives in here, right? Now, if we wanted to go in on the virtual airline side, that's coming, I think, next week as well. So you'll actually be able to access all of this from the new companion app, which is just class, right? So there's a number of advantages by using the new OnAir companion, which again, the beta is starting on Monday, because they have simplified the navigation around the program unbelievably well. Unbelievably well. It's very simple now. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to fly yourself? Grand. Do you want to fly for someone else? Grant. Like, that's the way they've broken it down. So you have like this pilot desk, your dashboard, you can kind of change what goes on here, but it says how many jobs pending, your flight hours, how much money do you have. It's a dashboard. Your pilot hub, right? Do you want charters, regular routes, virtual airline? Do you want to do a tour, right? So we have this virtual airline area, and we can see now all the virtual airlines. So if I do a search for FFAVA, there it is there, look. So we can go in and actually have a look. We can send an application. Now, it's weird because it's a beta, so they haven't linked up all the little stuff there. But it's as simple as that. Or you can go in and create your own VA. But it's just not up and running just yet. But it will be, right? It will be. So is there Fireflies for us OnAir noobs? Yes, of course. And that's the beauty of all this. If you guys are using OnAir with our new virtual airline, which is here set up, you know, we can start building all of this up ourselves, and that's where you get the real enjoyment out of all of this. Is when you get to do a bit of kind of you're working together essentially, right? So these are our employees. We've no employees for Firefly Air at the moment, so we can click on hire employees. You cannot hire employees yet. Upgrade your company skills. So this is where it starts getting interesting. We have 5 company points to distribute to our virtual airline, this brand new one I've just set up. And we can say, right, well, we need to activate certain things, and this is like your kind of career progression mode, unlock technologies, that kind of stuff, right? So we have 5 points. We can spend 1 point and get bank loans, right? FBO agreements, that means we can have our own FBO. You can build FBOs and get logistic query license, so we can actually have our own FBO at an airport. That becomes our home airport. Passenger license allows us to carry passengers, and then we have this hiring agreement where we can hire employees, right? We definitely need to unlock hire employees. Now, I have 5 points, I have 4 left, right? Do we want passenger license? Well, if you're only going to be doing kind of cargo, wouldn't be worried immediately, but I'd recommend you get one. I'd also recommend that you get a bank agreement, so we can get loans, and we have this FBO agreement, so we can turn on an FBO, and now we can build an FBO. And we don't necessarily need an FBO starting off. We're freelancers. We can work wherever we want. There's advantages to having FBOs because we now have some control over the costs of fuel and maintenance. But we don't need to worry about that just yet. We can have a look down here and say, right, well, hiring. You know, I want to unlock better instructors or better training facilities, for example. Or with the passengers, I want medical jobs. But that requires 2 points. So I can unlock medical transportation, and they pay better, right? But it's also a more difficult flight, and OnAir will track what you're doing in the air in terms of fast turns, steep climbs and all this kind of jazz. If it's quite rough, you'll lose points, you know? If you upgrade your OnAir package, do your achievements follow you? If you upgrade the package, as in if you change it to a different world, it's like this is completely separate to what the default career mode in the sim is. This is just better, you know? It'd be great. It'd be great if you can like take the Microsoft Flight Sim career data and inject it into here. I think that'd be class, but you can't. So I'm thinking here: medical jobs, dangerous goods, or last-minute jobs. I kind of like the medical jobs. Now that's going to spend all my skill points. You've got to be careful there, and you can always go back. But I'm going to say, right, that's enough. Or don't mind the medical jobs. We actually need to have FBOs in place because we want to have logistics stuff. You can build an FBO and get a logistics query license for one sector every 5 days. I'm going to save this. I'm happy with this. Save. So there's my skill trees. The fact now that I have my skills or skill trees set up, I now have the ability to hire staff. Because before this I couldn't, right? So she's reloading in the background, and here we are. These are all the staff in which we can now look at. And we can go, are they a pilot or co-pilot? Are they mechanics or are they flight attendants? And this is important because, well, if you want AI pilots to fly routes for you, well, they need to be on your books. You need to get them. So let's just have a look here at pilots. Pilot, co-pilot. And we can even select the type of pilot we want. Do we want them single engine pilot, as in PPL kind of level, multi-engine, helicopter pilots, jets, right? And you can imagine their rate of pay per week or per hour changes depending on the sort of experience they have. And then you have information here. How many flight hours? Their punctuality, are they going to be on time? Their stress resistance. This is important. If you're flying them in bad weather, if you're putting them on a busy schedule, if you're putting them on like tight schedules, that's where the stress resistance comes in. If their stress resistance is a little bit low and you have them on, as I say, a tight schedule or flying complex aircraft or bad weather and all this kind of jazz, the likelihood of them causing damage to the aircraft or getting a delay becomes a lot higher. So there's all this thinking, Jesus, I'm after putting this. So these are the options you have. Now, we can go in and evaluate someone. Marcos Lima, right? Man Marcus. So we can go in and evaluate Marcus. Now, what's cool about this is we have a lot of control. We can customize this guy. We can change his name. We can call him what we want. We can call him, Jemima, right? And then you can go over and have a look at them and say, well, look, you can hire him, or you can hire as a freelancer, or you can actually hire him on. Take him on, right? And you can see all his different certs that he has here, what he can fly and all the jazz. Before you get into any of this, this is the way into kind of the career mode. You don't have to worry about hiring and doing all this first. Start simple. My virtual airline will go to the dashboard, and the very beginning will say, right, this is Firefly Air. We should have a notification. We do. Propose an application to your virtual airline. Okay, well, let's go and have a look. Loading VA members. Here we go. So we have Gus Co Air Charter. Invitation request. And they want to come in and join us. Who is that who came in? Malky. Okay, so that's Malky. So we can have a look and say, well, right, what's Malky asking here? Now, he wants to join the virtual airline as a pilot, right? Now, we can also say, well, Malky, listen, would you like to be a shareholder and give us 100 grand and I'll give you a 20% share? Like, you can get into all of this as well, right? How much does it cost to have this airline? So you need credits in order to set it up, but there's no cost. It doesn't cost you anything. And your OnAir subscription covers all of this. And like pricing with OnAir, you get 7 days for free to give it a trial. and it is good. I'd say wait till Monday when the beta is out, because that new companion app, it's if you learn this system and then you'll have pain in your head, right? So just focus on maybe Monday. It works out at about €3 a month, based over 2 years. So they'll charge you €72 up front, but it works out at €3 a month thereafter in your head. So €72, and that gives you access for 2 years. It's not bad. It works out about £3 a month. Or you fly it, you know. You don't have to go for 2 years. You can go for 1 year, but then the price goes up a little bit. You get the idea. So if you commit to OnAir, yeah, I'm going to be here for a long time, they'll give you the best possible price. That's how it works. All right. So we can go in here and have a look. So we have current members, Crash Logistics, because, well, that was the airline, that was the profile we set up called Crash. Crash owns Firefly Air Virtual Airline in here. That makes sense? So we can have a look here. So Malky wants to join us, and we can go in, we can have a look, invitation request, we can go back and email him, right? New email, send him a message, it's all internal. We can do all this, right? His base, and again, it's important where his base is, because now you're suddenly thinking, oh, hang on. You know, my base is down here at Augusta Regional in Georgia, near Atlanta. Now, this guy is over at Kilo Bravo Papa Tango. And if you want to know what's there, well, oh, hang on a second. Look, he's at Jack Brooks. Well, where's that? Oh, hang on. This is giving us a nice bit of work. So we're over here somewhere, but Malky's down here somewhere. We can cover a lot of ground now. And then say someone else wants to join and they're based, you know, West Coast. That's how you start building up the network to say, well, look, there's jobs in your area. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll say okay and welcome in. We'll accept Malky into the fray. Malky, welcome in. Now, we have a couple of things. We can transfer passengers or jobs. We can manage. So we're going to manage. Change his role, change the color, right? Just so we know we can identify it quicker. He can be a founder, a manager, a dispatcher, or a pilot, right? And then authorized aircraft. In our fleet, we can authorize certain aircraft that Malky can fly. No one else can fly these, only Malky. Or Malky is not to fly this airplane. That's the control you have from the virtual airline. And then you have these authorized employees. Who is allowed work with Malky? Who's not allowed work with Malky? You see what I mean? Like, the depth is nuts. But you don't need to worry about all this. You can get in, get flying, start earning money, unlocking all these skill points. You learn as you go. In addition to all of this, OnAir put out a tremendous new handbook. It's a full manual, effectively, on how everything works. There's a bit of reading in it, but they have it all sectioned off. They have a TLDR under every section. Too long didn't read. TLDR. And it just gives you the basics of what they're doing, right? You can relocate to Kangs. They have an FBO there too. Sweet. So Malky's way up the ladder with this already. Homeworker says, so Murph, let's say Wednesday I subscribe. I want to fly with the Fireflies. This would be the easiest grounding for me. Only in OnAir. Homewrecker, right? So in case there's confusion, our virtual airline, Firefly Air, we operate this for free, which is over on FS Hub. That's where you see all this stuff in Discord, because I've me bots working and all the jazz, and it took me ages. That's where you see all this. That is a different system. Currently, this is a different system. I am going to amalgamate the OnAir flights into this as well. Meaning that if you're flying on FS Hub, or you're flying with OnAir, or both, you can do both. The information still comes in here, and then that puts you on the leaderboards that we do. It gets into our hub openings that we do, and so on and so forth. So all of that is going to live in here. All right, Dazza, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. So these are just little pings that we get when the lads are flying with Firefly Air, and we can track all these as well. Where are the lads flying? What are the most what are the busiest hubs? What are the most popular aircraft? We can figure out all that from there as well, right? So that's the player or the management side. Then we have ranks, so we can see what ranks Malky has. So we can say, well, look, Malky has 80 hours here on a multi-engine piston. Is it piston? Yeah. Multi-engine piston. Single-engine piston. Single-engine turbo. Multi-engine turbo. A helo, and then jet. So we can see where all the hours are. So we know Malky is most experienced in these areas. So when it comes to kind of assigning routes, if you wanted to assign routes, you get a work order. You can say, right, Malky, this is the best work for you. Now, the system will do it automatically, or Malky can just say, I'm going to pick my own work, thanks. Or you can go on and assign different jobs to him and say, listen, Malky, we need these done by the end of the week, thanks. You can do all these things as well, all right? So that's the employee side of the house. Then we can go in and have a look at a virtual airline when it comes to our FBOs. So we don't have an FBO yet. Now, we can build one at any airport in the world, anywhere. And with the FBO, you need to make sure that you have the capability. Remember your skills tree. You need the capability to be able to do and build an FBO. And you might say, well, why do you want an FBO? If you have an FBO, a fixed-based operator, or in this case, it'll be our fixed-based operation, that means that we would have logistics queries, as in jobs, effectively, coming directly from our home airport. Otherwise, we could have a job to say, right, you're in Dublin, well, go down to Cork, pick up your passengers and bring them off to Sligo. You have empty running now. So the idea is, well, we want it to come, all our work, we want to start and finish at our FBO. That is the most efficient way to do it, right? And then with your FBO, you can say, well, we can put in some services, we can put in mechanics, we can put in fuel, right? We can put in passengers, all these sort of stuff. Yeah, so that's where the FBO comes in. Now, we don't have an FBO yet, but we can use Malky's FBO. So if we were to land now with Malky, because now we're all with the one virtual airline, I could say, Malky, listen, I'm going to head down to your airport there. I need some fuel. Will you look after me? And then Malky can drop the fuel down, or you can apply, I think you can apply a discount if it's within the virtual airline, but you can kind of say, yeah, I'll get you fuel, no hassle. Or Malky, I could say, Malky, listen, we're doing this mission, but I need to get my aircraft down to your FBO because it needs to be repaired. Yeah, send them down. But next thing now, Malky says, because he's running his own FBO, suddenly his mechanic is out sick. I now arrive there. Malky, I need me plane fixed. And I can't, Murph, me mechanic. He went out on the beer last night and sure, he hasn't come to work yet. You can see how the thinking just get absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? Hey, Viper's here, good morning. Nicky, good morning. Hope you're well, lads. Goose, you're very welcome in. My alerts aren't working, Goose. I don't know what I've done. I've broken things. But anyway, so with the... we're going to start focusing now with Firefly Air on this. So if you're using OnAir, we're using Cumulus. This is the easiest way. You have 3 worlds, remember. Cumulus is the easiest. They give you loads of money. AI can do all your work. And, onto the hiring page for a new mechanic. Yeah, exactly. And then you have work orders. You can check all your flight logs. There's activities on top of that. And then you have industries. So we've kind of touched on all the features over the last number of weeks and months. But now we want to start on the virtual airline side. And remember, there's 2 personas here. There's us, which is Crash Logistics, right? Us. But then we have our virtual airline. So every time we fly, we're generating. But when we fly for the airline is generating. You get the idea? So we're going to go in here, and I'm now connected with the virtual airline. I'm going to look for a freelance job. No, I can't. I need to look for a route job or a charter. Hang on, we can do a charter. Let's have a look. Charter jobs, pending, logistics center, FBO queries. Pending, nothing pending. Maybe it's route job I need to do. Route job, current week, aircraft filter. Oh, sure, I don't own any planes. I've nothing. That's what's wrong. Create a new route or create a new route set. So again, you need to think, if you're going to create a route, I'd love to go for a flight from, Atlanta to, Knoxville. I'd love to do that. Oh yeah, why is that? Well, you need to figure out as to why. What's the passenger demand? What's the, what's the fuel prices? What's the cargo demand? Right? These are all things you need to look at. The UI is old, it puts you off. Yeah, so the good news is, Gibbo, their new companion app will fix that. Because what we have here at the moment is the old version. The new version coming in, which is this guy here, this is going to be released on Monday as a beta. So this is the new setup, right? So if we were to go into here, dashboard, go into Pilot Hub, and if we go into freelance, right? No search yet, click find jobs. Right, find jobs. So it's generating free. Now it's going from Dublin because I put in Dublin. Shouldn't have. I should have put in CAGs. There we go. find jobs from there. So the UI is quite different with the updated one, right? Now again, this is beta. If something breaks, it's a beta. Here we go. Here's our jobs. So we can see now all the different types of flights that we can do. So from CAGs, it's hand-forged iron, garden gates, Fort Gordon communication technician, mango preserves. So we can see what it is. There's a whole load of cargo in this one. And we can see then how much the pay is going to be, how much experience points we're going to get. You get the idea. So here's the job. Wildlife telemetry collar, set of 6, and an SRS controller. That's what we have to do. Wildlife telemetry stuff. From there to there, we can go in and say, take the job and fly it, or we can add it to our pending jobs. So CAGs to KIAG. Let's see what this is going to look like here. New flight. Tags and KIAG. That's down the road, something fierce, isn't it? Done. That's a huge flight. Well, I'd say it's a huge flight. It's not that far. But it's very far away. You can see the distance then as well. 601 miles. No thanks. Something a lot shorter. Now you're talking, look. So here's one here. Stone ground corn grits. Or, yeah. This is just, it just puts a bit of kind of stuff. Yeah, this is what we're doing. So here's one here, look. River sampling nets and kits. And there's also a college administrator. So that's a passenger and cargo that we would need to take on. Right? So we can fly it now. Yeah, take it on. That's where we're going. Do that job, and we're going to be laughing. Right? So that's KMQW. 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 Enter. No. KMQW, Murph. There we go. So it's a 90-mile spin up the road, this one. River sampling nets and a college person. So we can say, yeah, take it on. And they'll say, right, you're in your Grand Caravan from CAGs. That's your route. Crew and company employees, it's provided by the employer, so we don't need our extra queue or crew. Cargo and passengers, so your river sampling nets, load it. And also your administrator, one passenger, load them. How much fuel you're taking, so we'll put in 80%. I always put in 80%. You put in whatever fuel you have or that you need, right? Sim brief if you need to do it. And then we can say order, refuel, and loading. Loading agents, that's doing the stuff. And then we can say in here, we can launch it as AI if we had an AI pilot, or we fly directly ourselves in the simulator. So we'll fly this in the simulator, flight created, tracking in progress, and it's all done here. Model Cessna empty, so we need to load this up ourselves. Angry Bee has requested entry to our airline. So this is the upcoming UI, which is much better. It's faster, it's clearer, you're able to see things. You know what I mean? It's just not like in our weight and balance. But again, we'll put this down to whatchamacallit. It's a beta. It may not work right. Okay, so we have Angry Bee. We can go in here now. Angry Bee wants to come in. Angry Bee, invitation request. On in. And Angry Bee is now working for the airline. You get the idea, all right? So, what we can do, a session has been opened on another computer. That's okay. That's because I opened up the other app. Now, connecting the simulator. No flight track in progress. Freelance jobs. So this is crash logistics, or we go into our virtual airline. You know what I mean? So we go open VA management console. That'll load into VA, and then away we go with that. Law Dog is here. Good to see it. Homemaker says it's almost 2D. It's kind of like it's like any sort of kind of management simulation or tycoon sort of game. It's when when you first look at it, you'll say, yeah, there's a lot of features here, it's pretty cool. And then you get lost in the detailing because it is deep. Like, there's a lot you can do with this. The point I'm saying is, you don't have to do much with this at all. Just go flying, and then you'll start learning the systems the more you fly. But, like, there's like 5 clicks and you can go flying. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not an awful lot to it. Freelance jobs, virtual airline can't take freelance jobs. Okay, the pilots can, but you can't. So you go into your work orders, you go into the route, you select your routes, or you can get people to do it yourself, employees or the other guys. Like Malky could have a flight and say, right, Murph, I want you to do this flight for me. Do you know what I mean? So we'll start building this. couple of years ago, myself, Kieran, and Ironbird, we were building a Firefly Air over on Thunder. And there was a lot in that with different routes and different aircraft, and you can see the sort of management you have with it. It's cool, but it's very simple to get up and running. That's the main thing. It's very simple. So here's our crash logistics. For crash logistics, we can like literally press a button. There's a flight it wants us to do. Right? Like it's just class what you can do. It's just class. Or you can abort the flight. Yeah, abort that flight. Flight abort. So you get the idea. Alright? You get the idea. The new OnAir companion app looks like a game changer. Yeah, no, it is. 100%. It is. It's very good, Law Dog. Very, very good. You know. Right, so we're here in a caravan. We're going to head up the road. What time are we now? 20 to 2. I want to do some bit of flying. We'll head up the road. Right, let's have a look here now. VR, that's all okay. Instant bait on touchdown, no. VATSIM, that's all okay. GTN is where we wanted. Yes, payload. Right, go ahead and top these up. We'll go 140. Wheel chocks are already gone. Engine covers, pitot heat, all removed. Doors are all okay. Engine looks okay. Condition is 100%. Battery, 24 volts. Cabin, 18 degrees. Is not too bad. And we have no failures. Remove the control lock. And we'll open up our inertial separator. And what else you want to do? We'll put our prop full. And we'll go ahead and get our fuel turned on. Parking brake is already set. Quick check here. All our circuit breakers are in, which is what we want. And we'll go beacon and nav light. And battery. All right. How much is it per month? So the pricing for OnAir, I'll show you the website. Okay, so pricing. If you sign up for a 24-month subscription, €72 is billed every 24 months. So that works out at €3 per month. If you go for a 12-month subscription, that'll cost you €42 and it works out then at $3.50 a month. But they charge you the full amount, yeah? You can go 6 months for £4 a month, 24. 3 months for £6. 1 month, $9.90. And then you have your different passes, freelance passes. So if you just want to join in and say, yeah, I want 100 passes, they're 24-hour passes. You can buy passes to fly on this. I would always recommend the 24 months because it's the best value, or grab it for a year. It's just the best value. Do you know what I mean?
Hello there.
You have a 7-day free trial, lads. You have 7 days free trial. You can absolutely go bananas. What I would say is wait until Monday when you have access to the new companion app, because if you learn the old UI and then you'll have to, don't. Wait till Monday, you can grab it from there. Right? So, battery things. Fuel booster coming up. Standby. Avionics. I went 6 months to see how often I use it. Yeah. Like it's something that you'll either use a lot. You'll just run it on in the background on every single flight you do. Again, because you have freelance, every flight we do, you can just do a freelance job based on what we do. You know what I mean? Right. Is that because the fuel pump is on? That's interesting. Anyway, let's go put an L start into this machine, shall we? So, starter up. And we wait for the L rotation speed here of our NG. Fuel in. ITT peaks at about 660. N1 continues to rise. That's a good start. Gen's on. Avionics on. And auxiliary fuel pump. Normal. Alright, we got a good start. Keep the temperatures low. Keep the fan on. Air conditioning will only kick off once we get up and running. Really like OnAir. There's a lot you can do with it. Have you seen the new app coming out in June? Early access, completely different twist on career. The criminal career. Yeah. I need to spend a little bit more time, but to learn it. But yeah, the new app is going to take a bit of learning after a year. The old one, yeah, it will, 100%. Right. What are we looking for here? We're kind of good across the way. Let's see here now. KM. Oh wait, hang on. We'll do a flight plan. KM QW. There we go. Quick 80-mile dash down the hill. We're on the Southeast Asian server, lads, if you'd like to join us. Go for a quick flight here. Okay, so we're looking good. We're going to come off the brake. There's a bit of movement. Taxi lights are on. And we'll ramble out. North Viking, good to see you. This is the Cessna Grand Caravan from Black Square. And it's absolutely deadly. This is quickly becoming one of my absolute favourite airplanes. It's only gorgeous, look. Okay, lights on. Easy now. Better than the Kodiak? There's more going on with this, yes. It's technically, on a technical level, yes. I do like the Kodiak though. But yeah, there's a lot more going on with this in terms of the depth of system, simulation, failures, a lot of that. Alright, we're looking good here. Get the aircon off at the moment. Bleed air don't need. Okay. Notch flaps. Okay, quick check. Flaps 10. Power coming in. Watch the torque. That's takeoff power set. Off the brakes. Airspeed live. There's 60 knots. There's 80 knots. We're getting light now. Oopsie daisy. Beautiful. Alright, try and keep it on the runway heading. There's 200 feet. Flaps in. Nose will drop down. We'll add a bit of trim to compensate. I used the premium 750 from PMS, Law Dog. Merv, if you want me to do a job for FFA, you have to pick the job. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we'll get into all of that. Wait now, Malky, I could set you up that you can create jobs for us, couldn't I? I think we can. Right, autopilot just for the moment. Autopilot on, heading, altitude, V-spec. Yeah, it's all grand. We're heading up to 4,000 feet. Call it 1,000 feet a minute. We're going to follow heading for the moment. We have obstacles up here ahead of us. Massive antennas out here outside of Augusta. So left turn 360 degrees. Looking good. There's the separator still in. Keep an eye on our torque. RPM coming back a smidgen. There we go. And we're looking nice. Okay, so hang on. We can add Malky to that. On-air management. We don't need employees, so I need to go in and look at staff, isn't it? Mark Carney, good to see you, bud. What's the controller? It's a Virpil controls. Virtual airline. Members. Here we go. Right, let's see. So, manage ranks. So, manage. So if I put you in now as a manager, Malky, you should be able to get in and start bringing life or breathing life into the gadget, right? Jesus, there's fire coming out of that, look. Out of the gas. Did that always do that in the sim? Did they always have that? They did. Interesting. Okay, left turn coming in. So the route we're doing is just Kilo Alpha Golf Sierra down to Kilo Mike Quebec Whiskey. Let's do a bit of a turn here, heading due west. There we go. You've seen this in Sim Update 3. I've never noticed it before. Augusta Reed, this is Okandu neck of the woods, or it used to be, I think, before he lived. He moved. It's a nice area, this. We're not too far from Toccoa, Camp Toccoa, Currahee. Due west is that left. Yes, 270. And now we're going to go nav and direct to. So we'll go ahead and arm nav. You can see the way it says arm beside it. So we now need to prepare ourselves on an intercept to that magenta line, and then she'll pick it up. So we're going to turn left, get ourselves to intercept, something like that. That'll put us on a heading of 1819-200. A heading of 200 to intercept. We're at 4,000 feet. We can go ahead and close the inertial separator. Keep an eye on our torque as we do this. That torque will rise. Easy. RPM 1900. ITT is within limits. NG is grand. Oil temperature and pressure is grand. Fuel flow is grand. And it's 16 degrees. We're looking good. Law Dog, great to hear, buddy. Great to hear. Not just the force feedback, but the precise controls when you hand fly. Oh yeah, it's so good. The Mosa gear, it's so good. I'm a huge fan of it. Okay, so about a half an hour of a flight here. We've got some nice. That's a huge paper mill, I think. Loads of factories, though. Loads of factories. So, nav mode GPS is now after capturing that magenta line. So our intercept is good. It captured it, and now we're very much on our way. It's a lovely day for flying. Is this live weather? Yeah, lovely day here for flying. So our plan now this evening, lads, we're going to be having a look at our VATSIM flight. So I'm just looking at time, it's 10 to 2, so we'll do a bit of looking into this here now, shall we? So our flight tonight, let's see. Group. As we're flying along. So, tonight's flight, ladies and gentlemen, we're flying out of San Francisco and we're heading up to Paine, which is Everett. You're by Boeing neck of the woods, right? So we do have our sim brief routing here. I'll go ahead and grab that. So let me see here now. Everett, 25 miles north of Seattle. And it's home to the world's largest building. The Boeing Everett factory is at Paine Field. So we'll get to sim brief and have a look. Murphy, do you want me to lease a caravan? Yeah, Malky, fire away with this. Have a bit of fun with it. If you want to hire staff in, maybe build up a couple of routes, right? Because we want to get more people who are using OnAir. We want to get them to be able to use and fly with Firefly Air. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, dude, if you want to set up whatever you think yourself, if we lease a caravan or a couple of caravans, that's enough for us to fly, and then maybe if you want to grab one or two AI pilots, they can be flying away in the background, you know. So this flight tonight, 2:35, aircraft is probably, it will be the A320. It's a 2 hour and 10 block, But it's going to be very nice because it's a daytime flight. And that's what our route looks like. The truck and 2 departure. Go ahead, generate. We'll bring this into Navigraph so we can see what we're doing. Then we'll go ahead and open up Ventusky. Because we want to get an idea for our weather tonight, yeah? So there's SimBrief. Have a look at the VATSIM radar. There's Navigraph. So that's us flying in the sim right now. We can import a flight directly from SimBrief. And we can just have a look at this, right? We can just have a look at this. So our flight tonight, it's going to be from San Francisco, straight up. All the way. This is going to be a beautiful flight. Beautiful flight. So it's an OnAir departure on the truck and 2. Where we direct Deadhead. There's a VOR. So we'll take off, right turn, and then we're up this way. So what's the procedure? SID requires takeoff speeds, that's not okay. Climb heading 284. Initial climb, routing from truck and on transition, maintain flight level 190. Expect filed altitude 10 minutes after departure. Okay. Definitely interested. Yeah, just give it a shot. Just give it a shot. Right, so that's our departure for tonight. Our arrival then, the Olympia 2 arrival. Olympia 2 arrival. Now, where are we coming in from? Is it Battleground? So here's Olympia. So we're coming in this way. Turbojets and landing south. Okay, a lot of different speed restrictions. That's okay. Okay, so it's going to be 16 right. ILS 16 right. Transition. Let's go final. Right, let us have a gawk. So we'll get as far as Fort. We've no other transition there, sure we haven't. ATC will give us the transition. Or we can go that way. So it'll be up to the Olympia VOR, which is here, and then we can go, we'll be vectored up this way. The missed approach, climb to 1100 feet, right turn up to 2000, 280 outbound on the PAE. Okay, right, that's okay. So we will get a hold if all goes wrong here. Okay. So we're planning our departure. We have an RNAV departure, so it's a right hand turn, so we don't go anywhere near the Golden Gate Bridge. Then we're up the road, cruise altitude, I'll double check that now in a moment. Our arrival is a little bit tricky. So we're on the Olympia 2 arrival, which is going to get us here to the Olympia VOR. Well, it's actually Olympia Regional, but it's a VOR. From there, we're expecting to be routed in. That'll be from ATC directly. Now, if there isn't any ATC, I'm not too worried, because we're going to be heading up as far as Fort, maybe. See here, Fort. And if we look at the ILS approach, it's nowhere near that runway, so we'll need to get from Fort out to CVV. Right? Like, there's nothing that routes me this way, which is weird. Now, if it turns out the runways favour the south, as in a northerly landing, this becomes very easy. You know what I mean? So maybe that star isn't the best. No, that's grand. Well, to be honest, there's not much else we can do. That's it there, lads. Grafton 11, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm not overly worried with that. Like, we're going to be landing. It's a big out airport. You have the friggin' Boeing plant, which is ginormous, right? But I'm not overly worried. We're coming in from the north, so we'll be landing. So parking for us anywhere in here, I suppose. This is so funny. I'm flying a friggin' Airbus into I don't know, will I fly the Airbus? Will I go with the Boeing? I might take the Boeing. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, last bit of stuff. The weather then for this evening. So out of San Francisco tonight, which will be around 2000. Let's see here now. So weather about 24, 25 degrees. That's absolutely lovely. And by the time we get up the hill, Seattle, it's like 10 degrees. Half of that, right? So it'll be chilly. If we have a look at the wind situation. So surface winds down at San Francisco. Yeah, they're kind of westerly, 5 knots, 5 or 6 knots. So it's windy enough. And then surface winds when we get up to Paine. Again, it's blowing from kind of the southwest. Now, cruise winds. Yeah, we're going to get bashed out of it. Well, I say bashed out of it, we just have a heavy crosswind. You know what I mean? Grafton says, yeah, all good. Just want to say thank you for the training videos on the PPL on Navigraph. And now the proud owner of a Navigraph PPL. Congratulations, Grafton. Great work, buddy. There's more stuff coming soon with the IFR stuff. Naughty Gnome says, I mean, you are flying to a Boeing factory. Yeah, might do Boeing tonight, lads. Give the Airbus an old blade. Because we flew the Airbus on Tuesday night. Might take the 737-7. Or the 8. I do like the 8. MD-11? Nah. Okay, it's windy as balls. Is there cloudage? Relatively clear, and then we're coming into some cloud. With cloud, will there be precip? Yes, we're expecting some rain. Light rain. And a bit of snow. Okay, light rain. Snow over high ground. So we're expecting a little bit of rain this evening when we get in. Alright. The 777s are made there. MD-11. No, I haven't flown it in ages, do you know? I might. I'll see. We'll see what the crack is, lads. But our flight tonight is going to be San Francisco on up to Paine. And I'll probably take a Boeing. Do you know? If it ain't Boeing, or was it? If it's Boeing, I ain't going. If it ain't Boeing, I ain't going. I don't know. He flies the A320 Elite with some VIP. 727. Nah, I haven't flown that. I haven't given that much time at all. 777. That'd be painful because I haven't flown that, so I'd be like, I don't want to fly it on. Like, I'd be so out of touch with it. 777's a good ass plane though. A 789. I don't have the 900. Iceman, is that what you're taking? Oh wait, 789. 787. Ooh. Interesting. That's a big bird. 777 is very good. The Horizon. Nice. Yeah, 777 is very good. We're getting a bit of wind here as well today. Hey, we got people flying. Nice. Oswald Zimmer, sleep well, my dude. We'll see you in the morning. Your morning. Have a lovely, peaceful sleep. No nightmares now. You know, just all nice kind of dreams about things and stuff. You know what I mean? Take care, buddy. A340. Zit! Listen! Boeing! If we're going to friggin' Boeing... Well, actually, hang on though. This could be fun. We could take the TriStar either. I don't think I'm ready for the TriStar and VATSIM yet though. I don't think so. I mean, I'd like to and all, but like, you know... Avro RJ? I haven't flown the Avro in ages either, yeah. Just flying the TriStar to be grand. Are you mad? He's just been watching you. Nightmares are guaranteed. Thanks, Stu. Yeah, 100% out, Stu. Yeah, 100%. A 340? 727? Nah. Take a 757 in X-plane. No, I don't know. I might, I'm out of, we can't take Murph out of his comfort zone. Every time I hit the go live button, I'm out of my comfort zone because things break. I do have the Mad Dog, Malky. I do have the Mad Dog. That plane famously killed me on takeoff before. I want to have, like, an enjoyable flight and have some sort of competency on what I'm doing. If I jump into an airplane that I'm very rusty at, things will just go terribly bad. You know. 7.5 an X-plane. Like, because we're on VATSIM and it'll be busy over this neck of the woods tonight, you know. Competency for Murph, right? You know what I mean? Draw the plane from a hat on stream. PK, are you mad? Yeah. YVR runway agrees. Oh, I would take a DC-6. I'd be comfortable flying a DC-6, but you'd take a time to get up there. I could do a VOR to VOR with the DC-6. I've flown the DC-6 on VATSIM. It's a great plane. Oh, I don't know. Part of me wants to fly the 777, but I haven't flown it in ages and I'm be afraid of it. You know. 737. I haven't taken the 737-700 out for a proper jaunt yet. We've flown the 800 a lot. You know. The 777 is fairly straightforward. You'd be grand. 777 is easy. Crucifixion's a doddle. That's what you're going to tell me next. How can you say that? 777 is a 737 on steroids? Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be, you know. I'm not even being sarcastic this time. Really? Really? Yeah, totally not being sarcastic at all, Murph. The heading you. You're a great pilot. Brilliant. Yeah, 777. I do have the 777. Right now, what do we have from PMDG? I think I've pretty much everything bar... The 73-7, 6 and 8. I've the 300 and the freighter. Do we have liveries for this machine? We do. What about the freighter? We do. Notland Air, good to see you, buddy. Very good morning from Anchorage. Welcome in, man. Did you take the 777 to Shannon once? I did. Now, there's also the Felis 747. But that would absolutely tie me up in knots. I haven't flown that one in a while. That is such a pretty airplane. Take the 350 and show the Boeing people how it's done. I haven't flown the 358 and I will be flying that. I'm going to plan some A350 flights next week. Yeah, same here, Malky. That's why, like, the 737-8, I'm waiting for the high detail update. You know. A340s, of course, the TriStar, of course, the MD-11. That is a good shout. I mean, we've flown that thing plenty of times. The Hotstar Challenger, right? So why not take the 700? Yeah, I might take the 700. Yeah, I don't think I have the livery for the 700. Do we have a Firefly Air livery for the 700? No. We don't have a Firefly Air livery for the 700. Jeez, I haven't flown the Max in a while, actually. I would take bets on the 747-2 if Murph would get up in the air, right? We flew the 600 2 weeks ago. I don't have the 700. Are the graphics any better than the 600? No. 600 has the same update as well, Dougal. They're identical in terms of quality. 737-7 is a little bit longer. The 737-8 is my favourite of the 737s. But yeah, the 777. I prefer the freighter over the 200 or 300 extended range. I much prefer the freighter. And I do have the Barras Audio Works with that as well. Not giving PMDG any more of my money. Like, yeah. Like 777, I just haven't flown it in ages. It's not like relearning the laws of physics, but like, it is an exceptionally cool plane, the 777. I do like the 777. Long range and freighters are good as well, yeah. It's a big, big plane. Now we can go the other side. As I said, we can go any bills. We can go TriStar or we can go Airbus. But I don't know. It doesn't seem right flying Airbus up the road, doesn't it? It just doesn't. I'll show you me NAS while we're here. Is there anything incriminating in here? No. So this is me NAS, by the way. This is the Ugreen NAS, lads, by the way. And if you have a look here, look. It's currently running all the bots and all the servers and all that. And it's like, it's barely even ticking over. 2% and 6%. This thing is absolutely incredible. Lunar Jets, good to see you, bud. Welcome in. So there's my NAS doing NAS things. Doing nice things. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Deadly so it is. Old school 747, Queen of the Skies. That's what I mean, PK. But I'd have to do it in X-Plane. I could do it in X-Plane. But then again, we have very good airliners in X-Plane as well. 757, 767. There's the Flight Factor 777, which is absolutely insanely good. The 747 from Felis. Got a lot of options in X-Plane. The Challenger 650. Yes, we do have the Challenger. What else has got? There's other stuff in over in X-Plane that I fly. The Citation is very good. Is this the Caravan Professional Cargo? Yes, it is, Meg. The Gulfstream and X-Plane is great. I haven't flown it, to be fair. Like it's freeware, I think, isn't it? Now, is that the wind? Or is my rudder slightly out of skew?
Hello there.
My rudder is slightly out of skew. Well, let us fix it. Right now. Little bit of rudder trim.
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
That'll do her. Oh, it's definitely not free. Oh, really? Your fuel is out of balance. It is actually. Not by much though. We're alright. We're alright. We're flying nicely. We're flying nicely. P.S. Miranda, good to see you, bud. Like, X-Plane, Jesus. I don't know. Now, in fairness, the new X-Plane, beta for VR, now it's unbelievable. Like, unbelievable what they're doing in X-Plane with VR. Like, it's ridiculous what they're doing. Do you know? But anyway, have a gawk. What machines do I have? Like, there's the 7.4, 7.2, 7.3. Isn't the other one coming out as well? FlyJSim. Version 4 is coming out soon. There's the Felis. That thing is absolutely dead. Like, it's the Felis 747 is absolutely incredible. It is amazing. Oh, the friggin' yes! Why didn't I think of the Embraers? Yeah. The Embraers are absolutely deadly as well. Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah. The E-Jets family. And you might say, Murph, that's $150. I have them, but like, it's cheaper because you're getting all the different variants. If you didn't want all the different variants, just get one of them. You know what I mean? The Lineage is the Lineage and the Legacy, I think, are my favourite. These are beautiful, beautiful planes. I mean, look at the state of it, lads. Hey, Lenny's here. Good to see you. Like, isn't that absolutely superb? We've flown this plane. It's an absolute cracker. The Lineage is a beautiful airplane. But the other one is... haven't they a new one as well? Haven't they got the Legacy? No? Am I raging? The Lineage... I thought there was a Legacy, no? It's created by a super dev. Absolute super dev. Yeah, super dev. DRJ 135145. So we can lease a pair of caravans from Murph for half your capital. We'll need to get flying. Oh Jesus, good man yourself. Yes. I need to take X-Plane for a spin soon. I haven't flown it now in a little while. I mean, look at it, like it is savage, like it is absolutely savage. Do you know? I love Microsoft Flight Sim, do not get me wrong, but every now and again it's just nice to jump into a bit of X-Plane, you know? We're looking good here. It is very nice, isn't it? It's a beautiful day. There's like nothing going on with clouds or nothing. Nothing can beat the ATR family in your book. ATRs are great. When we've no news on the update for the AAU. Sure you haven't, lads. Jesus, VATSIM is kind of busy today, isn't it? Look. There's 1,600 pilots online with VATSIM on a Thursday afternoon. That's kind of busy. Bank holiday? Where's the bank holiday? Somewhere in Europe, because there's an absolute barrel load of people flying. Look, they're all doing across the pond. It's bank holiday. That's awesome. And where's the Irish ATC? Get out of the bed! Most of Europe, really? Interesting. Yeah, that's awesome to see, man. There's lots of flying. Lots of flying. Wish it was a bank holiday in the UK. Ascension in the Netherlands. Oh. Oh. Germany, Spain, Italy as well. Jesus. Right, okay. Right. Just busy, so. Just busy. They released a beta for the avionics update yesterday. Yeah, I've no, because I'd fly the ATR, like. I'd know what I would fly. If it was allowed to fly it, I'd fly that tonight, but I can't. Sim update 5.1. They're doing a beta for it. That's strange, isn't it? Pineapple. I wish Europe ATC was on when I get on. I'm always stuck doing US ops if I want VATSIM. Yeah, like your flying is probably what, 2-3 in the morning our time. Yeah. Yeah. You can't do much with that, unfortunately. Right, we got an airport coming up. And we'll head her straight in. 5.1 is handling very well at the moment. Oh. Yeah, I was thinking that. Time is but an illusion. Yeah, where does the time go? It's 20 past 2. Now, granted, I was very late getting on today, but sure. And then we technical issues. But you know what I'm like. You know. But we're doing well. Some beautiful flyage and screens and stuff with our beautiful plane. Isn't it only gorgeous? What do you reckon? Should we go for the old graphics card update? New drivers, lads. Would it be a wise thing to do or terribly stupid? I'm still not convinced with my performance here. You can kind of see micro stutters. See that? Like, I shouldn't be getting stutters. And it's only happening in multiplayer, so I wonder, do I go for the new game ready driver? Roy says, do it. Do I go game ready? And if it breaks, can I have a list of names of the people who have advised me to go and get the new driver so I can send you a very carefully crafted message that starts with the words, be Janie then. Right? Look, I'm getting stutters in multiplayer, which is a pain. The NVIDIA drivers update needs a reboot. No, that's okay. I'll do it after. I have a 5090. I have no problem with the new game-ready driver. Okay. Be sure to use the DDU for install. Do you need to do that, though? Watch my message I posted some further up the road. Also, let's hope we don't need to wait for any longer for the Flight Tampa Amsterdam update. Yeah. That could be a while, though, you know? I have the new drivers, and you can send a note to me. Thank you, Sunjammer. Usually, if I go grab a new driver, I just do a clean install. I tend not to go into the whole DDU stuff. Now, I can. For the extra few minutes it takes DDU, I think it's well worth it. If the driver doesn't work, you can give me a refund. Man, Roy. Right, so I need to grab DDU. DDU is a dangerous second thing. Now, if I grab DDU and I do a full reinstall... Hang on now, I just want to make sure I get this right in my head. If I do a DDU uninstall do I just then reinstall the NVIDIA app and then that'll horse in the new driver? Isn't that right? Or do I need to then just be 100% sure to use Windows Safe Mode? Here's my name. I already have a few thousand people give out about what I did to the computer, but they don't actually know my name. I'm just referred to bloody IT. Come on, Crotty. Dear bloody IT, I send you this message today, not in happy feelings, but in slight duress. Download the driver first. Don't use the NVIDIA app. Right, hang on now. NVIDIA. Do you remember that? NVIDIA. You're one who used to whisper it. NVIDIA. She got a job at FS Reborn. That's what happened there. If there's a big update from 596 to 56X whatever, then there's no need for DDU. IT is a completely thankless job. We're only mentioned when things go wrong. Yeah. But to be fair, when things are going right, you aren't doing nothing. So we download the driver first. Right, hang on now, lads. We'll get into this. Select a category. NVIDIA RTX series. Oh, mother of Jesus, Murphy. Get into GeForce. Naughty has a point. Listen! 5000 series. Yes. What's this crack? 5090, 5090D, 5090D version 2. What's this business? Is it not just 5090? Bloody hell. Just 5090. I'm not quite sure. Device hardware ID. No. It just says 50. The D stands for Dragon, represents a special regulation version. Oh, Chinese market, right. So we're just getting the 5090. Right, grand. Windows 10. Are you out of your mind? So, search for product 5090, Windows 11, find. Right, we're finding it now. This is great. Also, I've completely overflown the airport. We'll get back to that now in a second. Windows 11 Game 4 or GeForce Game Ready driver. Or the studio driver. So we want this one that was released 2 days ago. Is that what we're saying? Are we sure? What about the app? Oh yeah, we can grab the app from here as well. Right. We're going to download this in the background. And then when we're finished, what we're saying is, when we're finished, we restart the PC in safe mode and we remove the driver. Then we install the driver and then we're good. I thought the NVIDIA app was rubbish. It used to be, but I'm back using it. You know. It's 2:25. Realistically, lads, from start to finish, how long is this going to take us? I might stream this just to give you even more, you know, live viewing anxiety. And you know, you get to see all the headaches. Although, will I be able to live stream it? We might. 3 minutes, just like my intro. Right, but then we're laughing. We're laughing. Turn off Windows Auto Update, otherwise DDU is for nothing. Wait, what? Turn off Windows Auto Update. This is all getting very, you know. After installation of the driver, go to Graphics Global Settings, then in the shader cache, check the option and activate the automatic shader compilation to on. Then go 3 little dots and select the clear cache options, and after that, check the compile now option. You do not want Windows downloading its own driver. You know, I know that. It won't do that. If I start in... That's a new feature. After you install it, go to Graphics Global Settings and in the shader cache, check options and click automatic shader compilation. It'll install another old driver, so the driver will be shagged again. No, I don't think it will. If I go into safe mode, run DDU, that will then wipeth the graphics driver, stay there, and then install the new NVIDIA driver, but the Windows won't care. No? Dougal says, I promise you Windows will try and update its own one. Oh, DDU will do a restart. Okay, but is there an option in DDU? What that does is to eliminate the option for manually removing the cache. Okay. I love how these guys with top tier systems have the most problems, and here I am with a mediocre system and everything runs fine. Dorian, yeah, you'd think that. It is running fine, but it's not running exactly the way I want it. After Sim Update 5, there's something just not right. I'm getting micro stutters with multiplayer, which I just usually don't get. And we can say, yeah, it's the server. We can say I've add-ons somewhere. I don't have many add-ons running. Right? It's your mods. Define mods. Define exactly what it is with regards to mods. Where is the plane going? Autopilot off. All of them. It's all of your mods causing it. I mean, that's just not correct. Run the game without the mods. No, I know you can do that, but who runs vanilla sim unless you're troubleshooting? Like, put it this way, right? I'm getting over 200 FPS, right? And whatever mods are active prior to Sim Update 5 and Windows updates and whatever else, you know? Flipper Ally, good to see it. Murph, I do not use DDU and I've never had an issue, but months and months ago I deleted the NVIDIA app, tried reinstalling it a few weeks ago, having issues, so I just used the control panel. Yeah. The NVIDIA app used to be very problematic, I remember. You know? Don't blame it on the game. It depends. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you, but by saying straight away, test it in a first of all, test it in a vanilla environment. Yes, 100%. That is the correct way to do it. However, when the sim is giving you these performance, and when you look at what the sim is doing, the issues I am having, and it's not just the stutters, since Windows pushed in an update, it's just not running exactly sweet. Like, I shouldn't be getting stutters here. Micro stutters. I just don't get them. Now, I can fix them straight away by manually deleting the shader caches. That'll fix the problem until they happen again, and then I delete them again. You know, have you thought about taking up chess at all? Yeah, but I'm a black belt in chess, so I am. You know. Clearly an issue with 2024 is the only game I have that constantly crashes your GPU. Frame gen will mask a lot of stutters too. Yeah. Like, I mean, usually I've been very lucky with 2024. I've like very lucky. I've never had any major issues with it. You know what I mean? The biggest issue I had with 2024 was when my Intel system bricked itself because of Intel. You know? The NVIDIA app, to be honest, I'm not really using it. I find it very good for X-Plane because it has this fast mode or slow mode for rendering things. So I think there's a massive advantage using the NVIDIA app when it comes to X-Plane. For Microsoft Flight Sim, not so much. You know? If they give you a proper SDK, it does have a proper SDK. Granted, inside the SDK it crashes all the time, but it's the SDK does work. It could be a lot better, don't get me wrong, but it can work. Safe mode is fine for drive removal, but not all Windows components are loaded, which could have issues installing a driver that's expected to be installed in non-safe mode. Your mileage may vary. Yeah.
They've done studies, you know.
Well, look, that's working.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Wait now, does that mean my screen is magically turned back on behind me? It did! It's working! Brilliant! Zit fixed it. Hang on a second. I need to go to this other screen now in a minute. Gibbo, you're going to be absolutely delighted with life. Where's the shagging runway? Oh, it's up here. Gibbo, this is great news. That means the other cat is working again. It magically just turned back on. This is great news. Zit fixed it. Good man. The NVIDIA app is greatly improved. Couldn't be bothered now. The moment is gone. Ah, no! No. Oh. One miracle a day. Yeah. I mean, who has time for all this messing around? Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. We don't have time for this messing around. Hey, Derek is here. Good to see you, bud. Welcome in. It's weird. Like some things are. It's a weird day. It's a weird day, lads. That's what it is. It's 25 to 3. I have a little bit of time to kind of do a bit of jiggery pokery here. So when we land for the crack, you know, full testing and troubleshooting with Murph. I should really call this, you know, troubleshooting. Jesus, look at that for a view though. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that stunning? Gorgeous. Right. Let us ramble in. Easy now. We're a little bit high. We're a little bit to the right. Easy. Murph's troubleshooting Thursdays. Yes. Troubleshooter is my middle name. Boom is how, otherwise it works. Like 60% of the time. To be honest, I'm intrigued to see, put it this way, you saw the absolute carnage we had on our Australian flight with the stutters, with multiplayer and all the jazz. And even last Monday night, it wasn't perfect. And even now, I'm getting micro stutters. Before I start the witch hunt of finding out what add-on is potentially causing it, the fact that we are getting good reports from most folks that the latest game-ready drivers are actually quite good, that's my thinking, you know, hey, this could be a good idea, you know? Did I hear you mention a Sunday special? Yes. You see, I've never done any of that messing with different preset models, Angry Bee. I've never gone into that. Do you know? The update for Xbox? Yeah, hopefully that comes real soon. Alright, power to idle. Crosswind and a half here, lads. Easy now, Jesus. Easy now. Easy. 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 It's quite windy. Right, how about it? Flaps in. Unpaid testers, yes, 100%. Where are you using add-on linker to check it out? Why not disable all the mods? I use a little bit of add-on linker and then a little bit of the sim itself, and I've other stuff running up here. What's that off? I have GFX as well, so like it could well be loads of different things. But sure, listen, lads, it's grand, it's totally fine, it's nothing to worry about, it's grand, you know. Just look at the lovely runway turn-off they have here. Easy. Alright. Very different weather up here, isn't it? All of a sudden. It was absolutely clear blue skies and then all of a sudden, well, there's rain on the way. There's a wild sun jammer. Okay. I'm excited to go testing this stuff, lads. Are we ready? Will we do this for the crack? Are we go on for the absolute crack? Right? Now, is there something you're telling me in Windows I need to set for this? DDU has... I better leave this on the desktop. Right. So you need to go there. And... you need to go over there. He'll be on for the night. Unpack DDU before use. Yeah. So there's the ticket there. Right. Murph, in town at the moment. Quick meeting at either McDade's, Long Haul or Kyo's. What say you? Murph, in town at the moment. Quick meeting, then either McDade's, Long Haul or Kyo's. Are they pubs, Gibbo? McDade's is a pub. Long Haul or Kyo's? Right. Let's see what happens here. Easy, all three. What are they? What is this? What is this thing you're saying? Right. This is going to be hilarious now. So, first and foremost, Gibbo, you can try that command and see if my screen works. Right? Call himself a dub. What part of Dublin are you in? McDade's, Long Haul or Kyo's? What? Gibbo, it works. And also, you bastard. Custom install, disable the audio driver and physics thing. Okay. So I just want to restart the PC in safe mode. Isn't that what we're saying? That is what we're saying, lads, isn't it? Goes on air. Goes never off. And let's see what happens. Prime, that didn't work.
Can I get a refund?
No, there's no refunds. How does one restart in safe mode? Jesus, Windows 11, it's been a minute. Hang on, I need to go to my other screen now. To restart in... Am I getting this right? MS config. MS config. Okay, so general, normal, boot, boot options. Do we just go save boot? Take the PC, hang it out the window to scare it into safe mode. Ah, brilliant. Startup selection, normal, diagnostic or selective. Just going to boot. Hold shift when you're selecting restart. Okay, we'll do that. Restart. I'm going to lose my chat now for a minute, but bear with me. I'm holding the shift key. I won't let it go. Right? And let's see what happens here. This is good. Whose idea was it? Yeah, great ideas. You know, tremendous ideas. We'll see what happens. It didn't restart. Oh wait, there she goes. Now do I keep me hand on shift? And if this doesn't boot into safe mode, right. There'd be wigs on the green. Press the Windows key and or to open run box. Type msconfig, boot tab. Under boot options, check safe boot, apply, then OK, and restart. Ah, balls. Too late. I'm doing this holding the shift key. We'll see what this does. Not doing a whole lot now, to be honest, but sure, we'll see. And there's a good chance it'll appear on the wrong screen. You know. We'll see, but give it a minute. Troubleshooting. Well, we're not really well, it's not broken yet. It will. Then we'll troubleshoot. See, it's on this screen now, look. This is mad, Ted. Mad. And then all my hardware needs to turn on. See what happens. Oh wait, there's live. Okay, we've continue. Reset your PC or see advanced options. So we're going to troubleshoot. Advanced options. Change Windows startup behavior. Uninstall Windows, no. Quick recovery, no. System restore, no. Who's flashing me lights? Now we get to see how reliant Murph is on ChatGPT. Isn't it start up settings? Restart to change Windows options such as enable safe mode. Disable driver, yeah. Right, let's see what this does. Why are we going into safe mode? To use DDU. Go with what G Slayer said. Now, this should work. If it doesn't work, I'll do what G Slayer said. Do you know? You can't. You'll be totally fine. Don't be worrying. Although, do you remember the last time I did do something stupid like this? I completely bricked the PC. Do you remember that? Well, I didn't brick it. The updates bricked it. This is only because we're going with DDU. I would usually never bother with DDU. But if we did want to get all the stuff out the way, right, press a key, enable safe mode. Now, do we want safe mode with shagging networking or command prompt? Just safe mode. Right. Safe mode it is. Murph, do a BIOS update when you're at it. No, never again. Ever in the history or the future of what Murphy's going to do, there will never be another BIOS unless I can avoid it. If I can avoid it, you know. Thankfully, AMD BIOS with this chipset is way easier. But bloody hell, the last time... Remember I did that? It shagged the whole thing. And I'm trying to think why it went so bad. You know what I mean? Right, I'm over here on a different screen. You can't see it now because my Elgato just says no signal. But sure, listen, this is troubleshooting. Now, so the first thing we're to do is what exactly? DDU, isn't it? Why in the name of crap did they move everything? Right, it's over here somewhere. DDU. There's the graphics card, and there's DDU. Now, have I to do anything in Windows to say don't install anything else? You know what I mean? Jays, we've just got a massive raid from Tony. Welcome in, lads. I'm here doing technical stuff. Ah, brilliant. It's grand though. It'll be fine. Hope you had a great stream. Welcome in, lads. Yeah, we're having fun with this now. There's nothing better on a Thursday afternoon than to test just how good Murph's backup strategy really is, right? You know what I mean? Tony, welcome in, buddy. Jesus, there's buttons here everywhere. Logo Hombra 5 gifted tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you very much. The man is a legend. Thank you very, very much indeed. So I'm just trying to figure out, have I to go in and turn something off with Windows? Or I can just run, hang on. Let's run this DDU uninstaller. Double click. Admin. Okay, this is funny. I've tried to run it, but it's not opening.
Hello there.
It's not working. Murph says figure out. Most people say break. Yeah, 100%. Thank you very much indeed for the follow. I've tried to run this and it won't work, lads. Your thoughts? DDU version 18.1.53. Double click. Nothing. Open. Nothing. Yeah, it's unpacked. It's 100% it's unpacked. Try it again. Just to be sure, in case Windows is being Windows. Do we need the Guru 3D thingy as well? I suppose we do. Okay. Ah, now it's working. Look at that. Even the Windows extractor wasn't working right. That's friggin' nuts. Right, extract to desktop. Extract. Display driver uninstaller. Right, here we go. This seems to be the first time you've launched this. Say 2 Hail Marys and a... Wait, before using, know the following. Depending on your problem and configuration, it could help you to make these... Yeah, right, Grant. Right, remove present and non-present monitors. I imagine, lads, we're just keeping this on default settings. Yes? Advanced options. Enable safe mode. No. Prevent downloads from drivers, Windows updates when Windows searches for drivers. That's the button we wanted to press. Windows device installation settings have been changed. Grand. Okay. So select device. What we're doing here is GPU, NVIDIA. Now, it says clean and restart. Right? We can say clean and restart. Uninstall the current and previous drivers, then restart the computer. That's what it says, highly recommended. So I think that's what we do, isn't it? That is what I do. I want to remove that. I've told the gadget, do not let Windows download the driver, and then we're good. Okay, executing setup API remote. Please wait. This might take a few minutes. If you get bored, just sit there and look like a muppet. Right, it's doing a thing, right? Did you also check to prevent Windows installing the default driver? Yes. Yes, it did. Okay, starting registry cleanup. Executing setup API. Remove audio controller. Right. That's grand because NVIDIA will put all my stuff back in. Grand, totally fine. Right, you can't see what's happening, but I can assure you it's doing stuff. Monitors and hidden monitors removed. Right. Setup API remove complete. Okay. Cleaning directory. Driver store clean complete. Restarting. Right, lads. Squeaky clean, yeah. She's going to be absolutely lovely now. We hope. I reckon it's going to be grand. I don't know why we're getting all excited, lads. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm that level of genius. I can even predict the weather and things. Now, is this going to start again in safe mode? Or does she just boot me back in as normal and then I just install the graphics as normal? Is that right? I think that's what happens. I guess he does all this in his gaming computer. Yeah. Tony, hope you're well, buddy. You might have to do Windows reassign the monitor numbers. That'll be okay. That'll be okay. That's okay. In normal mode, huge icons. Yeah. All right. I prefer being able to just wipe the OS and start fresh. Jesus. But like that's extreme. Now, do you know what would be terribly funny here? If I didn't think this one through, is going to be the display settings. Refresh rates and all the jazz. Right? Okay. PC has loaded. Now we're going to grab and install the graphics driver. Okay. Let's see what happens here, lads. You should have backed up to the NAS first. I did a couple of hours ago. I did it at like 9 o'clock this morning, so. Let's see here now. Please wait while drivers are saved to your computer, and then the driver installation will start. Okay. NVIDIA. So do we want the graphics driver and NVIDIA app? Yes, I want the app as well. Agree. Do you want a custom? Yes. Now, do we want the HD audio driver? Yes. Perform a clean installation? Yes. Right, let's see what happens. No, balls, I shouldn't have done that. I can remove it. I can disable it. The NVIDIA audio driver. Although, G Slayer, I have found with the 9900 and you know those sound crackle pop crap that you get with the sim, it's tied into that somewhere. So I'm going to leave it in there. You know, why do you want it? Because the sim acts the devil. And I'm almost certain with either the 9900 or I don't think it's the 5090. I think the 9900, if I disable one and run the other, it works out better. So let's see. The good news here, lads, it says it's installing the graphics driver. Right. And it's about halfway through it. So we'll give it a moment. Naughty Gnome, that's hilarious. There's a picture of Naughty Gnome on the beach and he censored his toes. Final day on the beach watching Murph break his PC. Listen, I'm not going to break my PC. This is all part of the process. It just says no signal and all my camera's turned off as well. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, grand. People are weird with feet. Well, usually with other people's feet. I mean, my own feet, I've never had much to say about them other than, I mean, they're there. You know, I was going to say they're fierce handy. They're not. Their feet. Wait, the beep, buttons, screen, live, monitor gone sideways. Launch NVIDIA, create desktop shortcut. No, we don't want that. Right, this is a sideways screen. Where's my mouse? Ah, right, now, get in here quick. Display settings. How do I put you where I need you? All right, hang on now. Identify the monitors. You're Iver the Hain, you're number 3, and you're 2. Oh, Jesus. Right, number 4 goes there. Number 2 goes there. And number 3, identify. Number 3 is the main. Okay. Now, we're nearly there, lads. We are nearly there. So this guy, we need to move you. Haven't we? Extend. So we need to move this ticket. Layout. Orientation. Keep changes. Lovely. Apply. This guy. Apply. Okay, we're looking good. And then this guy is my main display. Okay. Right. So far, so good. Now. Select a preferred driver. Game ready driver. Optimize and create applications. No. Enable the NVIDIA overlay. No. Redeem exclusive. No. Right. Driver. We're up to date. We're in. Graphics. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Global settings. Power management. Up the hill. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere, lads. We will now go back into you and get me chat back. And we'll get our websites back. Restore, restore, restore. Waiting for camera to load. Start. There's our cameras back. Start. Right. Okay. I don't optimize any of this crap for the minute. So, settings. That's all grand. That's all grand. Right. Hide that for the minute. Now, monitor and refresh rate. This is important. Advanced display. Desktop. 60 hertz. Would you go way out of that? It's 120 hertz, please. Give it a second. Give it a second. Right. Keep the changes. Lovely. Back into this guy. Reopen me chat. Go. Now we can see everything. And then we need to move stuff around, lads. Move stuff around. So let me see. Flow backup, paint, all this jazz. Get over there. There we go. We'll tidy all that up later on. So community shortcut, 2020 local cache. Now, am I right in saying this would have deleted all the cache anyway? Wouldn't it? It would have. It should have. So we shall see, right? To restart in safe mode, wrap the PC and bubble wrap. Yeah. Okay, right. That needs to catch up with the chat, but we should be okay. We're still live, aren't we? We didn't break it. Just because I missed it is the reason that Murph has done this. No, not really. Right. That's all grand. 3840 by 2160. It's going through my Elgato, and that's all grand. Display. And we're not using HDR because it upsets the sim a bit. Right. Okay, that's all grand. I'm happy now with me screens. Next up. In terms of performance and otherwise, DLSS swapper, would this have lifted out anything? Shouldn't have. No, so we still have 10.6. Okay. And then back through NVIDIA's app and also this gadget, we'll open up the L control panel here. Yeah. And while we're here, we're going to do one of those. TTM mode enabled. We're going to do one of these. Let's see what happens now. Right, that's working, that's working, and that's working. All righty then. Now, if I go to settings specifically then for X-Plane, right? So if we go down here to X-Plane. Oh, look at that. It didn't find X-Plane. That's interesting, lads. That's interesting. We need to add a program. Sort and filter, optimize all. Add a program. So we need to find X-Plane. Okay. X-Plane. And it's in here. What smooth motion on for X-Plane? Because that just does incredible stuff. Now for Microsoft Flight Sim, aircraft traffic, you don't mind any of that crap. DLSS override, smooth motion, low latency, GPUs, that's fine, max frame rate, no, monitor technology, leave all that alone, RTX vibrance, vertical sync. Where was this now? DLSS frame gen. And is this where we can get in and use up to 6? It is. Fixed. Let's give it 6. Let's just see what this does to the sim. Now, manage 3D settings. Driver default for the shader cache. I always go unlimited. Preferred refresh rate. And we're on high performance. My friends, let's see what happens. You can see the new shader cache in the global tab. I don't see it. Tony tried 6S or 6X. You had some crazy artifacts. Okay. It's in the NVIDIA app. Okay. So global. Power man. Oh, shader cache default. Ooh. Unlimited. Automatic shaker compilation. Automatically rebuilds DirectX shaders while your system is idle, reducing frequency of gain runtime compilation. So we turn that on. That's a handy new feature. Let's see if it works though. Okay, this is coming to life. And that's coming to life. 3 dots. 3 dots. It's 3 dots. Ah, clear cache. Or compile now. What would you do, G-Slayer? Do you compile it now or clear the cache? Jessica, happy birthday. Okay, that happened pretty quick. Right, okay. This is settings I posted some time ago. Yes, thank you, G Slayer and Roy. Excellent work. And also, lads, can we get a happy birthday to Jessica in the chat there as well, celebrating a birthday today. Well done, brilliant, excellent. Right, let's see here now. Hey. Oh, I see an issue. Hardware. IQ. Ain't reading something there, Chief. Dashboard. So why aren't you getting a temperature reading machine? That's CPU. This is GPU. Name, temperature, load, left sensor, load. I wonder if I turn this off and turn it back on again. Right sensor, GPU 1 temp, unavailable. Don't like that. GPU temp. They've lifted that off. See that? Right sensor. Why would they do that now? Why can't I see me temperature? Your thoughts on this one, lads, no? It's not reading GPU temperature. Uninstall IQ. Well, I can't. I use it for the Xenon. You don't need it. Load package. We need temperature. Video engine. What's this? This is lost now. So let's see. I likely need, or will likely need a restart after the drivers, possibly. Possibly. All right, okay. Diddly-dee-dee-dee, diddly-dee-dee-dee. Yeah, that's a good one. That is. That fella go. Why doesn't now this lad? Where are you? Where did that go? Okay, I'm after losing him. Wrong button. So that's an Elgato issue. Let's see here now. There we go. Right. You, my friend, come down to there. Okay. And then IQ, we wanted NVIDIA temperature. So that's just going to require, well, if I kill this, general Celsius, yes. Sensor logging, yes. Device settings, send an edge. That's okay. Software settings. Is there an update? Check for updates. Checking for updates. There is an update for IQ. Downloading. All right, for anyone that joined us past our January Flight Sim channel. Oh, yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Right, that's downloading, so that's a good sign. Just waiting on the sim to fire up. There's FSU IPC. And let's see what the crack is going to be here now, lads. The excitement is real, isn't it? The excitement is real. Oh, Jesus. It does take a little moment for this to boot up. I'll take a phone call and boom, you're still working on it. Grand. In your task manager, yeah, it does give you information there, Mr. TPHI. It doesn't be terribly accurate, though. Doesn't be terribly accurate. It's reading 45 degrees, but like, yeah, it's ran, so it is. We're just loading up the sim. What IQ version were you on? IQ is download modules, installation combinations. Now, update available. Is that restart IQ or restart the PC? I haven't made it very straightforward there, is it? Let's leave that to one side. Right, into the sim. Now, cam our cax here for a minute. 4 or 2. So the sim will only get you go as far as 4, look. That shouldn't be an issue. Global rendering. That's where I left it. Save. Flight. That machine. And we'll go down to where we were. That's Birmingham. Where were we? We're over Cags neck of the woods, isn't it? Right, into Cags. Right, back into here. Hello. And load in and see what happens. There goes me €10. We'll see. It's thinking about it. Okay, let's see what happens. We have a mouse here somewhere. There's a mouse. Okay. Right. Let it all calm down just for a moment. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we want frame rate. So here's one for you. When I last loaded this in, I was getting up to about 200 FPS. You remember that? When we were last here, we were getting about 200 FPS. Okay. Right now, we're getting over 350 FPS. Do the friggin' maths there, lads. Before I did all of this... Oh wait, 6 times frame gen. Do you reckon that's what it is? Is that the extra frame gen, Tony? Ah, maybe that's what it is. How do I know if that's actually working though? Something changed. More frames you never need. You're still CPU limited. Turn your settings down. Click on another monitor. Another monitor that'll drop to like 60. Because they're running at 60 hertz. You know what I mean? So you reckon that's the extra... yeah, it's the multiplier. Okay. Because it's times 6. Right. Last bit of science. We'll exit the sim. And we'll leave this guy alone. This guy is what we want. So if we go into graphics, global settings. No, it was Microsoft Flight Sim. Program settings. Microsoft Flight Sim. So we say fixed multiplier times 6. If we leave it global, default, apply. frame generation mode presets were updated. Right. So if we leave all this there and then restart the sim and then just get a read on, come on, sim, shut down. We'll load back in again just to get an idea. Yeah. The sim is still running. Turn off, you div. Right. And let's see. If we're back down to the 200s, but then we know exactly what it was, right? Chaz, good to see you, bud. Why did the Cessna 2A Caravan bring a ladder to the airport? Because even the plane needed help climbing above 10,000 feet. Ah, dear. Right, let's see what happens. Something changed a lot, yeah. I reckon Tony's right. I reckon it was that new NVIDIA giving us up to 6 times BJanie then. Which is where the advantage of the 50 series cards really comes to light. That's not available on the 40s, I don't think. Do you know? So yeah, this will be interesting. I'm here till I have another few minutes left. This will be worth the a test just to see. You know what I mean? It's very technical Thursday, isn't it? Very technical. The 5090 Cadillac of the skies, right? It's a very technical stream today and last night. I can still understand why the 5080 just has 60 gigs. Yeah. Do you think you might make the VATSIM flight, Murph? Yeah, I'm planning to, Dougal. We have a graduation to get to, and that's on at 6:30. So it's whatever time that's finished, like, you know? Oh, yeah. Can't log in. Oh. Oh, yeah. All right. We're not alone, lads. We're not alone. My dad's having PC issues as well. It's brilliant. The whole world is having technological issues today. Brilliant. Oh, Jesus. If I use 2 times, if I go 3 or 4 times, my frame timing jacks way up. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see. As I said, I imagine that like that 300 frames, like that's just 6-time frame gen. That's, you know, that's as Tony was saying, like that's kind of where that's at. You know what I mean? We'll wait and see here now. But yeah, GPU driver timeout. Dougal, that is so very strange. A GPU now it's an AMD graphics card, so I couldn't tell you. I just couldn't tell you. I have not used an AMD graphics card in years. You know. I'm around 80 FPS in flight sim. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, that's quite good. Scan PC disagreed to an RMA. Very strange. That's your 3rd GPU now? It's got to be, well, when I say it's got to be, it's outside of the GPU, or your 2nd. It's your 2nd. Now, you could be just unlucky. 3rd time's the charm and all that. Like, it could be your power supply unit and your motherboard, as in a combination of the two. Maybe, maybe not. But if it only happens in Microsoft Flight Sim, that's where the whole thing starts getting very strange, you know? That it's weird. Like, I could not get the Pimax VR headset working in Microsoft Flight Sim, the newer one that they sent me, right? Couldn't get it working. As soon as I enabled VR, crashed. And you can imagine the amount of debugging I did. It worked on 2020, it worked on X-Plane, and the Crystal Light worked, but the Pimax Super wouldn't work. Instant crash to desktop. I ran the sim in vanilla mode. I ran everything. Sim Update 5, it works like an absolute charm. I didn't do anything, it just works. It is nuts. Right, back to CAGs. Do. Sky Camry's here. Good to see you. You're very welcome aboard. Right. Let's see what's going to happen.
Hello there.
Okay. When you're ready there, Sim. Why didn't this turn on? Yeah, there's something... The Sim is froze. There's something not right in the realm. Okay, now she's stable. There's something not quite so right in the realm. Right, what's our FPS? 250, 260. It's still higher than what it was. It's still higher than what it was. So, when I first ran this test without the extra frame gen stuff, when I ran this on the other driver, it was getting about 210, 215. Right? If you go back to the start of the stream, you'll see it. We're still getting up to 280 FPS. And that's with the fancy NVIDIA stuff turned off. That's just using the base sim. So I would say, yes, I'm getting far better frames with this driver. Far better frames. Like, that's... Shit, look, that's 300 FPS again. And that's without the frame rate multiplier of the NVIDIA app. That's crazy. That's like a 25% uplift just out of nowhere. That's kind of mad. Jared, good to see you, buddy. Vasco's in the house. What traffic are you injecting? I don't inject traffic. If I'm using say intentions, I'll use say intentions for traffic injection. So 250 to 260 to 300 if we're not rendering the sky. So 320. Right? No, it's not base, King Bob. Oh, Jesus knows she's not base. That's for frame gen. Like, if we were to turn off all the frame gen madness and the multipliers, frame rate, frame generation off, and keep it on TAA, it'll go back to my monitor refresh, which is probably... It's 120, but I have it on half rate mode. I've locked that to half the refresh rate. So, where is this now? VSync. If I turn off VSync, it's still got about 60. But I'll get screen tearing and all that jazz now in a minute as well. You know? Right, get in here and tidy up. So we're going to say max frame rate 60. Frame gen on 4x. That looks good to me. No screen tearing. You shouldn't get screen tearing unless you have turned off G-Sync. Jarn. Now, I'll tell you where I'm at. It's a 120 hertz monitor being fed through a Elgato capture card being reduced to 60 hertz on OBS. You'll get screen tearing no matter what way you do it. With the Elgato card I have now, it has a higher variable refresh pass-through. Hence, there shouldn't be screen tearing now. But prior to that, you used to always get it, you know? Is it troubleshooting if you don't have actual problems? No. Right, 230 frames, which is ridiculous. Let's go back out and turn back on the NVIDIA stuff because I'm intrigued. Because I wasn't getting any weird artifacts. Tony was saying he was getting some artifacts. Right, kill the sim because I'm very impatient. And then back into NVIDIA. And we're going to say, right, frame rate override. We're going to fix it. Ish, and we're going to lock it into 6 times. Like, this is nuts. 6 times, right? So we'll fire it in. Tony's just old. He sees artifacts everywhere. Jesus. Right, we'll see what this does again. Because you might say, yeah, Murph, you have millions of frames. It's AI, it's pretend frames, right? Don't always chase frames. You look for smoothness. You want the sim to be as smooth as possible with no micro stutters. You can have a buttery smooth sim and be at 30 FPS, for example, right? FPS, don't worry about it. It's all about how fluid and how things are moving, you know. Even if you close, I feel I still have to close the task. Takes a little bit. It does fully shut down, but it takes like 5 minutes because it's all server stuff. That's why it takes so long, you know. But we'll see. Be interesting to see now what this does. Sim Update 5 has new experimental AI offline traffic. I know they were fixing some of the model and some of the scheduling stuff, all right. But yeah, not quite sure. Smooth as the back of the head. Back of my head. Wait. Not that smooth. Well, no. Smoother. Much smoother. I drive loads of hair there, you know. Do you find the extra latency with frame gen affect inputs? No. No. Absolutely not. I've never had an issue with latency. Not with a flight sim. If you're playing Call of Duties and all this sort of crack, yeah, you'll see it. But not with a flight sim. It doesn't need it just doesn't need that micro latency stuff, you know what I mean? But this would be interesting now. As I said, we fired it up and we were getting the 220s, the 250s and 60s and about 300 without rendering the sky. So in the 6 time frame gen, which if the machine can handle it and it's just kind of looking at us thinking, sure, isn't this terribly handy? Why not use it? If you have it and it doesn't cause any visual issues, why not use it? Is it going to give you smoother performance? Can you crank the graphics up even further? That's my goal, to try and give you guys the best visual experience you can get, not including me head. Right? Yeah. Murph, keep in mind that you alter the settings in the NVIDIA app. It overrides the swapper settings and the other way around. That's okay, right? Yeah, understood. That's okay. The swapper won't be affected, I don't think. So we're looking good there. But yes, important note for sure. Important note for sure. Right. Now, usually I schedule streams on YouTube and that. I won't do that for this evening because I don't want to have a stream scheduled and then I just don't show up. You know what I mean? So, as I said, we got this graduation at 6:30. I'm expecting to be finished around 8 o'clock and then back here and then go flying. That's my plan. However, it's a family thing, so I can't be rushing people. So if it's a case that, for whatever reason, if it's a case I can't get back at that time, the flight we had planned for tonight, we'll just do it next week. We'll just do it next week. Maybe on Tuesday again, because the trucking servers, I want updates from ProMods before we get back into trucking. Do you know? Right. Start. In we go. Back to CAGs. And let's see what happens here. Crafty, 100%. He did dossier and they give him a big ceremony because of it. Let's see what happens. I'm still getting that audio crackly thingy. That's annoying me. I don't know what's causing that or why. We'll see what happens. Right, let it all calm itself. Do you know what it's doing? It's so bad. It's actually knocking some of my Elgato stuff off. Weird, man. get that when I stream or if only when streaming. It's weird, isn't it? Okay. Calm yourself now, Sim. Okay, why isn't my head tracking working? Head tracking doesn't want to work. Stupid Toby. We'll try it again. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Noel Jern. It's the
Can I get a refund?
it's the high use audio. Why isn't this working? Stop. And now start. There we go. There's proper head tracking now. Right, grand, we fixed that. Right, next on the agenda there, Tom, is FPS. Holy crap. So it's the extra bit of frame gen. So we're up 100. It's giving us an extra frames. And then it just limits. That's it. She's peaked. Won't go any higher. So we're saying about artifacts and otherwise. Are you guys seeing any weird artifacts? Is it butterly smooth? Movement and all that jazz? No issue? Is there an issue? Is there a loss of quality or clarity? This is usually, you might get a screen tear with high frames, but I don't see any issues there. Butter? Okay. Holy crap, man. Look at the amount of frames we have. Right, well then, does that mean we can start acting the Muppet and dial things up? No? I think it does. So, terrain level. Well, I don't necessarily, I'm not really missing out. Objects level of detail and the LOD, but the LOD is actually quite okay. Texture resolution is on high, but that's a VRAM thing. You know what I mean? Try different times a day. Yes, we will do that. Like, there's nothing there I need to like visually. I think that I don't need to tweak it with the sim. I can change this crack. Render scaling, no. The sharpening, I don't want it too sharp. It's at 50. We'll go 100. No, she's pretty there now. And again, dials and all that jazz. You can see there's like the sim or the streaming. You can only do so much because there's a bit of screen tear in there now. Look, Jemima, you seeing that? I'm seeing it. No. Is that just frame gen? That's just frame gen. There's a tiny bit of artifact stuff, you know, but it's nothing that I'm upset about. Time of day. Night. Day. Bring this for a bit of a jaunt. Little artifact ghosting is normal. Yeah, that's something we're looking at. On a TAA, I mean, you can really dial it down, you know. Right. What do we want to do here? We want to do a bit of messing. So 320 is me frames. Do we have like a nice kind of a view angle? Right, something like that we say, yeah. And then we do something like that. Oh, that's very pretty. And that's all coming across as expected. There's a bit of lightning there. Jesus. How many resources is the 5090? So where are we at performance now? Let us have a look. So performance on the GPU. GPU is running at only 70%. CPU running 50%. We're using about 35% of our RAM. That is absolutely friggin' nuts. Look. Nuts. And they're the visuals then you're able to get. That's just friggin' mad. So I think in the long and the short of it, graphics driver, definitely. Removing the old driver, that alone gave me about a 20% increase on performance. That alone. And then now I've access to the new frame gen multipliers. That's giving you 350 J's. Like, that's ridiculous. It is ridiculous now, you know. So that was a worthy experiment for today, I think, lads. What do you reckon? Into the rain, look. Which driver version was it? Hoban, the most recent one. The most recent game-ready driver. It'll be very interesting to see what this does in the group flights. I 100% agree. It's going to be very interesting to see what it can do. But like in terms of the clouds and shadows and lighting and all the jazz, I think this looks pretty good. I think we look pretty good. Like that's the same kind of cranked. CPU is spiking a little bit. Need to figure that one out now. That's my next chart. That's the next kind of head scratching thing. Did you use the NVIDIA app to download? Yeah. Next time, listen to the community. Yeah, 100%. No, I'm good. I'm happy with that. That's a great result. That's a win. And I don't get many wins when it comes to technical support or friggin' this kind of crack. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. But that, my friends, is definitely a win. You know? Yeah, that's awesome. And again, like, there's other stuff I can do that'll, like, really mess with it. I mean, if you want to really mess with it, you can. Like, you can get into, you know, here's a view here, like you can get into friggin' all this stuff, look. So hang on. I'll do something like that, although there's photogrammetry, so it's going to look friggin' weird, right? Out of the trees. I'm going to come down here a bit. Right, so that's kind of what we're trying to do here. And what we can do then, we can get into this fella and go absolutely friggin' doolally. Like, that's where you can turn it into, like, a game. You know what I mean? You can really gamify it. Jesus, look what these effects are doing with reshade, though. They're taking 100 FPS out of the equation. With reshade. That's mad, isn't it? I'll have to go back up to 300 then. Right, so turn that off. Off, 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 off. I always leave that one on because that fixes the L color temperature in the sim. But yeah, man, I think that's absolutely gorgeous. It's clear, it's very smooth, and no issue. Reshade, I like Reshade. Now I've been watching the lads. They're having great whatchamacallit, great results using Rex Atmos, which is very powerful. But yeah, man, I think that's freaking cool looking. I mean, look at that scene. Look, for crying out loud, like this is a flight sim. I always get lost. Like it's a flight simulator, and look at the detail here with the world and like the lighting in particular. We can change that lighting a little bit, and it just gives you just a very different perspective. Look, like it is class, absolutely class. It's gorgeous. Yeah, the price of the 5090s are ridiculous. What are they now? Like 3 or 4 grand? It's mad. Right, lads, that'll do it for today. I'm happy enough with that. Successful testing, and we got to check out a fair bit of stuff today. Fixed the computers as well. Brilliant! Didn't age a day. So what time are we now? We're 20 to 4. The plan is for 8 o'clock tonight, 1900 Zulu. That's the plan. Keep an eye on Discord. I'll let you know on Discord if we're going ahead with the flight on VATSIM tonight. I hope so. That's what I'm aiming for. But worst case scenario, it's a family thing, so you know yourself. If not, worst case scenario, we're back tomorrow either way at 1900 Zulu time. We have a group flight in where are we going tomorrow? Indonesia, do you know? So I'm looking forward to that one. So I want to thank you all so very much indeed for just spending your Thursday with a complete Aegis breaking things. Thank you so much indeed for the raids. We got massive raids today, and thank you very much indeed, Tony. Really appreciate you dropping by, and very kind of you, and have a lovely evening. And for all the subs as well, you are absolutely nuts with gifted subs, lads. There I can do English. So thanks a million. These are brilliant and great. I'm going away there now. I have to restart this PC, and then I'll see what else I'll break. So until later on, you know, I'll still be here breaking things. Wish me luck. Bye now. Microsoft, it's Murph. Someone clip this if you can. Do you hear the sounds? I've been blaming aircraft developers. Asobo or Microsoft need to fix this. Do you hear the noise? Outside the plane? You need to fix that, lads. It's the Larry red, Larry yellow. Oh no!
I've had enough of this wowdy webble sniggling behavior. Silence! Call yourselves Praetorian guards. You're not. Seize him, blow your noses and seize him. What did Spartacus say when a lion scoffed his wife? Nothing, he was Goldie Ada.
That was like, oh Jesus!
Oh man, that was so funny.
Steiny, are you watching Twister or something? I mean, that was just. I rarely use this word when it comes to flight sim add-ons. I reserve it only for the special kind. But like, there's no point saying anything other than this is shite. It's shite. Like, Katie Taylor. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a great fight, and then I boxed the head off him. Do you remember that?